Radio. $1,000 13 times each weekday. I bet your favorite podcast doesn't pay you to listen. Well, we do. Hear keyword, enter website, answer phone. We're the best at this, and you are in the right place. Real Radio 104.1. This national contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, business since 1992, right here in Central Florida. That's over 29 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier, factory, authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. That's Mills Air. It's equipment change-out time. You can get upgrades up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Rates are near 3-year lows, and if you have a rate above 6.5, you may be able to lower it a point or more.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit SmileTunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
Hi, this is Mike Lester with Talon Wealth and the Guarding Your Nest Egg radio show, and I have another investment idea for those seeking great returns with limited risk. Recently, we did a structured note for our clients, paying them 18.75% per year for 4 years, and it was great for clients seeking income or growth and principal protection. The note was based on the S&P, gold, and silver, and our clients won't lose principal as long as none of the ETFs are down more than 40% 4 years from when we placed the trade, and the bank guaranteeing them doesn't default. This isn't an offer because we already traded this note, and structured notes aren't for everyone. But if you would like to know more about how structured notes work and what we currently have available, just give us a call at 407-606-6000.
Advisory services offered through Talent Private Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The opinions voiced and information provided in this material are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual.
Are you all worked up and working too much? You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why? Y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more gators, or more fun than Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of August. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
Sell your home stress-free this summer with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Skip the hassle of a traditional home sale while receiving the strongest cash offer in the industry. Hi, it's Jack, and I'm here with my friend Mark Spain. Mark, how does the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate eliminate all the stress for the home seller?
Well, selling your home through a traditional way is very stressful because you have costly repairs, you have appraisals, you have a lot of things that add stress to an already stressful situation. With the guaranteed offer, there are no repairs, there's no showings, there's no lot boxes. It's real simple. We bring you a strong cash offer. You can close in as little as 21 days and move when you want to on your time.
Thanks to the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can skip the hassle of a traditional home sale and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com and find out what your guaranteed offer will be. There is no obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Carl Black Chevrolet and Real Radio 104.1 want to send you to Nashville to see comedian Bert Kreischer for a night of hilarious comedy at Ascend Amphitheater on September 12th.
Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd hear your parents talking about really bad parents? Like, oh my gosh, Amy Stevens' mom was drunk dropping her off at school the other day. And you're like, whoa, how does that happen? And then you become a parent, you're like, oh, I know how that happens.
Log on to carlblack.com/laugh for your shot at 2 premium reserve seat tickets to see Bert Kreischer when his Permission to Party World Tour comes to Nashville. Winners will also receive round-trip airfare and 2 nights deluxe accommodations for 2 at the Omni Nashville Hotel, plus $200 spending money. Enter to win now at carlblack.com/laugh. Carl Black Chevrolet Orlando is located at 11500 East Colonial Drive and online at carlblackoforlando.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Thursday, August 6th, 2026. Lots to get to today, from news bombshells on the way to fans freak out over Grand Theft Auto's new trailer and a shocking update on the clown doorbell horror story, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
So are you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday? What day?
Thursday. Today is
Thursday.
It is good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I was better until I screwed that up. Thursday? Well, that's good, right? That's good news. That
Fantastic news.
Yeah.
It means we have secret shows tonight, which I'm super pumped about.
Yeah.
And it just means that the week is that much closer to being over.
I'm a little scared for tonight because we're getting down into the danger zone here. And Courtney is preparing us for a future where we have to stockpile all of our THC drinks to get some sleep.
Oh,
so she's switching over from the nowadays to like the shot version, so we can buy like. And I go, I don't know about this.
So there's another thing that I saw that I wanted to tell you about. There was a dude that I follow on Instagram.
Yeah, does he make them at home?
His whole thing is he makes mead. Which is obviously wine that's made from what, Sean?
Mead is wine that's made from beer?
Honey.
I knew it.
Wine that's made from beer.
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed like a thing like you would get at a Renaissance fair. Like, how's the mead? You're swilling back on the mead, friend.
Wine that's made from beer is...
You could do that, right?
It's like a taco that's made from burgers. I don't even know if that's correct, but
let me tell you something. I can make a taco out of burgers given enough time.
All right, so then that was a completely wrong analogy. Anyway, mead is wine that's made from honey.
Okay, all right.
And but he does all these like experiments on what's going to ferment. He did like a Mountain Dew mead once. His whole thing about going viral and getting people to watch his channel is all these weird experiments that he does, and so. Naturally, he's moved on to trying to make a THC-infused mead.
A weed mead.
A weed mead, if you will. And he got some sort of, like, gallon jug of syrup, like concentrate syrup, that I think if you were able to get your hands on a couple of these, stockpile that, and then you could just add
That's what I need.
Add a tablespoon to, to soda water.
Okay, you just ratcheted up. So you're saying instead of trying to stockpile when they banned the THC drinks, the seltzers, which is stupid, and instead of moving over to try to stockpile the shots, which is also kind of stupid. The
shots is less stupid, but yeah, the syrup.
The syrup is like stockpiling Coca-Cola syrup to turn it into,
yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I think maybe that might be your answer.
I'll write that down. I'll file that down. Or I'll just keep pushing this senator to
keep going with the bill to save the THC drinks. We're going to probably talk to him at some point in time. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And here we go. We go to QVC. They just made a bit of a mistake over there. So they're popping up as our opening clip this morning. Have you heard what happened on QVC or no?
Honestly, whenever somebody says QVC, my first question is, are they still a thing?
Yep. Here's what happened on QVC. Let's tune in.
Love to show the texture and this wave pattern. Again, it looks like you went and got a blow at your blowout at your salon. And
keep it together, lady.
Beautiful.
Now, I have to tell you something. There's a couple of things of note here on this QVC banger clip, all right? You're going to be seeing this all over your social medias in a bit. But there's a couple of things to note. This woman is showing off her hair. It's a wig, I guess. She's showing off the wig. One time only price $129.98 BTW,
right.
or 4 easy payments at $32.50. She's showing the wig. So she has the benefit of saying this.
Can't pay $130 right now.
She has her head turned backward to the camera because she's showing out the back of the wig, but the other lady who's next to her is facing forward. So when she drops that little mistake.
Love to show the texture and this wave pattern. Again, it looks like you went and got a blow at your blowout at your salon. And
did you hear that?
Somebody whispered, "Oh my God!"
I don't know. I don't know if that was the other lady, but somebody's like, "Oh,
I think it was the other
God.
lady." That would have been a very quick switch between your presenter voice to whispering, then back to your voice. Like, I don't even know if I could go, "You just went to your salon." Oh my God! And it's doable, but I think it was the other lady.
I do that in my head. That's what happens in my head generally. But
sure,
she's whispering, "Oh my God."
Your salon. Oh my God. And it looks
maybe it was
beautiful.
her. It was her.
Keep it
All
together.
right, so here's what's happening today. We're having a huge beauty sale. Everything ships to you for free, but that goes away at the end of the day.
Is her refusing to face the camera right now? Because
she's staying backwards.
She's
staying
probably
with her head
a shade of red. She's already has her back to the camera. Why change that while we're trying to recover from that epic mistake?
Sometimes I wonder, do these QVC ladies make the bloopers on purpose because that's when they get a little bit of attention? And they're like, okay, when the deal of the day comes up, make sure you say something really weird. Like, say blue waffle or
I don't
something
think so.
Just strange enough that it could go viral, right?
I don't think so. I just think that they have all this time where they're just live, and I don't know that they
unscripted too, right?
Back in the day, I don't even think they had the kind of systems at QVC where you could, take a segment that you did live and then kind of like the news does this, where you're just replaying some stuff to fill time or give the people a break. I think back in the day, those people didn't have a whole lot of break time. It was just you're on,
just go,
and then
they used to say that the test that they would do for this C-Lane would be they'd give you a pencil and you got to sell the pencil. You got to talk about it for 15 minutes. So it's like what you're saying. It's
I could do that.
Yeah,
it's a must-grade pencil.
I've heard you selling pencils. There you go. That's QVC making a bit of a mistake this morning, and God bless him
Good for
it.
her. And what was also a little bit hilarious is, obviously the thing that she mentioned. So something that messes up your hair a bit.
Yeah.
At times.
Well, it didn't make sense because she said, BJ, but when you're using a blow dryer on your hair, it just, The runner-up I had was some guy accidentally calling Fox News Sean Hannity, the host, Sean Hannity, by the wrong name. Just starting out their interview.
You call him Combs?
No, I didn't know. I didn't go back to Hannity and Combs, but he did this.
Combs.
Here it is.
Nominee for Pennsylvania's 3rd Congressional District, Chris Rabb, joins us now. Chris, appreciate you coming.
Anderson.
Well, let me just go through
My
the
pleasure.
DSA.
Thank you, Scott.
Scott. My name is not Scott. My name is Sean, but that's okay.
Apologies.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Fox News, Scott. All right. I'm doing what I can over here. When he realized it, this guy too, his eyes got about as big around as saucers. His eyes just blew up.
I thought his reaction was just very mediocre. He was like, "Oh, all right, I'm sorry."
Watch him real quick.
Nominee
Ready?
for Pennsylvania's 3rd Congressional District, Chris Rabb, joins us now. Chris, appreciate you coming. Let me just go through
My
the
pleasure.
DSA.
Thank you, Scott.
My name is not Scott. My name is Sean, but that's okay.
His eyes. Well, that's why you say big guy or chief or pal or
Sir.
buddy. Yeah, or sir. Sir's a good one. Thank you for having me, sir.
I don't know.
I toss around sir to anybody, man. I'll call it a little kid sir if I feel like it's a better option, whatever I got.
I feel like Hannity and this guy aren't very aligned politically.
No.
So he's going to already have a predetermined kind of attitude about his name was Chris Rabb, I think. This guy, yeah.
Well, you got his name right.
Democratic nominee Chris. Well, it's an easy name to get right. And so I feel like if Chris Rabb was like, "All right, thanks, big guy," I think Hannity would have a problem with it. I think it would be just like Don Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. You know, he got pissed off at that.
I don't know what's going on here to go a little deeper on this because this guy who didn't know who Sean Hannity was and called him Scott is a Democratic socialist, so DSA-backed candidate, right? He's one of the Democratic Socialist people. And I don't know why, but they're like in a line to show up on Fox News. Like all of them are so willing to show up on Fox News. And Fox News is so clearly like farming these people out. Did you see the clip where the Fox News lady is like, "I'm going to tell you these things and you tell me if you agree with them, yes or no." And she's like, "Abolish the police." And the lady's like, "Yes." She's like, "Abolish the 4th of July." Yeah. Like,
abolish the 4th of July.
I don't know. I made that one up. But just down the line.
We did 250 biggest fireworks, last one.
And I'm like, why are these people going? I thought everybody had their tribes and like the left-wing people went on MS Now or whatever. And the right-wing people went on Fox News, but no, that now they're going on Fox and they're just like, unapologetically being like, "Yeah, I think we don't need any cops anymore."
She's like, "Yes or no, abolish Thanksgiving." And then in the background, you just hear Hong going, "Yes! Yes!
Yeah. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's an example. This woman was the DSA national co-chair, one of the Democratic Socialist co-chairs, Megan Romer, and they invite her on Fox News. And I guess like you want to get your message out there or whatever, but you would think, I'll be careful because the Fox News people, they really disagree with this stuff. But the DSA people don't care. And the Fox News people are like, this will represent Democrats to everybody, and that will be bad for the Democrats. So,
okay, so we're going to put up on the screen a few of the things that are part of your platform. And I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on these. Abolish the Senate. True. Okay, replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them. Yep. Abolish ICE.
Absolutely.
Abolish borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
As a long-term plan, yep.
So like clearly Fox is farming them, right? They're like, these people will admit to it, and they keep having them on, and then they don't even seem to know, like that guy didn't even know who Sean Hannity was, for God's sake. It's such a strange thing, and now they're like, "Oh, I'll take the interview."
Defund the Pentagon.
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Deaf, yes.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program.
Yeah, there's a long-term plan to completely get rid of prisons, but like you don't rush to judgment. It's long-term, right? We get rid of crime and criminals, and we eliminate bad people, and then you don't need any prison, and then so. This kind of stuff, they keep having them on and they keep accepting it. I don't know. Maybe they hope the clips go viral. I don't know what's going on there, but it keeps happening over and over and over again. We'll keep an eye on that situation, he says, as he does not intend to keep an eye on that situation.
Well, no, we intend to keep an eye on it in the long term.
Yeah, in the long term.
Yeah,
That's
long-term
a
plan.
long-term plan. Yeah. Long-term plan. Everybody's rich.
Get rid of prisons.
Works. Get rid of prisons. No police officers. Everybody gets ice cream. Everybody is a streamer, right? Those are our long-term plans for everybody. That's what you're going to be doing. Meanwhile, the president of the United States, maybe or maybe not, almost got blasted out of the air by a chopper yesterday. I've got the FAA traffic on that. They said it was within the Marine One, I think is what it's called when the president is on a helicopter. Marine One was like within a mile or less, maybe closer than that, of some commercial plane. Can you imagine? Commercial plane just plows in to the Marine One helicopter with the president on it. I mean,
had Marine One just taken off? Because I'm pretty sure they clear airspace in a certain radius around anytime the president's in the air. Like,
that's what I thought.
If you're trying to go out on vacation, and I'm sure this happens, in South Florida quite a bit. You want to go out on vacation and you want to fly out to somewhere exotic.
Yeah,
and the president's trying to land at the airport that's named after himself now.
Yeah,
they're stopping. They're
That's
stopping
what I
everything.
thought, but I don't know. I'm seeing choppers crash into each other all over the place. I'm seeing FAA
there
issues.
are presidents in those choppers. At least up until now.
But it got close. I've got the actual FAA audio, and they said this was like a close call, almost wiped out Trump. This guy's ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving out there. But we'll see. Maybe this is exaggerated. I don't know. We'll take more of your dispatches. Those are coming in over at thenewsjunkie.com. I got, believe it or not, dad jokes. Going to be careful about those, but we'll work them in. And also your emails to get us kicked off here. A lot to work in on a Thursday, so stay with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Claus.
Hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes. Now, this is a tiny change, so many of you are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't even notice this. But I noticed when I was editing a video yesterday, I look a little ghostly on the shot when I'm at my desk here. And so I tuned that in a little bit. Hopefully it looks better. Hopefully it's a little more color rich. Saturation is a little better. I think it looks good, but let me know when I go back to the other shot of me at the desk, let me know if it's improved. You do look extra Addams Family today. That is not it. It's not what I'm talking about. We just thought you had the skin of a sick Victorian child. I look so white. I look a little Casper-y. It's already pouring outside. Let me see. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Mark. Hey, Bird Nerd. Hey, Bootsy. Yuckers. Obi. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Okay. Live. Let's see. Oh, I think it looks better. Yeah, it mixes in better. I look less like a white Victorian child. But double check when we go back. Tell me if it looks stupid. I'll tweak that out a bit. Anyhow, Obi, hey, how are you? How long have you been in the Russian Navy? Does this look like a guy wears some stripes and you got all this weird feedback coming in. Does this look like a Russian Navy outfit? I'm just wearing a nice striped shirt. Is this bad? Rate my shirt. I didn't want to start here. I wanted to get into some drama, a little bit of controversy. But we could do rate my shirt. Are we looking at a 10 out of 10 here or a 2 out of 10? Or if you guys hit this with less than a 3 out of 10, I'll never wear it again. Rate the shirt. If it's less than a 2 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10, I'm never wearing it again. 9 out of 10 Pugsleys? The hell? Do we salute Sean Stars and Stripes? 0 out of 10, mime vibes? How does this look like a mime? It's just... Vertical stripes are more slimming. Does that imply that this is not slimming, that I don't look good? Starting to understand Perez Hilton a bit. Okay, we're going to get into this FAA close call with the president's chopper. 2 out of 10, Tim? Jesus. Also, all of you saying Russian Navy vibes, not one of you have any clue what the hell a Russian Navy officer looks like. I'm sure of it. Like, well, that looks like Russian Navy. Like you guys have seen the Russian Navy. Hey, let's play good idea, bad idea, chat. We're going to get into this in just a second. New Mexico has just passed a new law. There's not enough lawyers in New Mexico. Not enough attorneys, not enough lawyers in New Mexico. And New Mexico has just said, we're dropping the bar exam. And instead, if you work with a lawyer for enough hours, we're just going to make you a lawyer. They're getting rid of the bar exam in New Mexico. So you don't have to pass it to officially become a lawyer. So you just go and start working on cases with somebody else. And once you get enough hours in, you don't need to pass the bar anymore in New Mexico. You just become a lawyer just from doing it. Seems like a bad idea? Yeah, I would say so. They're lowering the bar, literally? Yes. Yeah, I mean, imagine are they so desperate for attorneys that having the worst attorneys is better than being short? Because this is how you get the worst attorneys. That seems like a terrible idea. Yeah, I'd say so. We're living in a world where you don't get tested anymore. Everybody just gets the gig. Congratulations, you're an attorney. Here's your first triple murder case. Okay, we're coming back. Join us by recording a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. The FAA audio of President Trump's helicopter coming very close with a passenger airplane. That's right now. Here we go.
Spectacle, the escapism. On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the
Newsroom. So good to see you. So good to have you with us. We'll get to some of your emails in just a moment. We'll see what's grabbing your attention out there, and that's always welcome. If there's something we're not talking about, something we should be talking about, you can always email tips, at thenewsjunkie.com. We're going to get into this audio of the close call between Trump's chopper, which is Marine One, his helicopter, and a passenger plane. I'm going to play the audio, the air traffic control audio, for you in just a second. We'll see how dangerous this was or if it's being overblown and overhyped. But I wanted to work this in real quick to see if people thought this was some sort of good idea, because to me, God almighty, does this seem pretty stupid. This is a story out of New Mexico, and they have said, I had not heard about this, but they had said that there is a shortage of lawyers in New Mexico. And they just passed a new law that makes it so you no longer have to pass the bar to be an attorney in New Mexico. So if you just work at an attorney's office for X number of hours, you now in New Mexico, you just become an attorney.
So that's where Kim Kardashian has an in now.
Yes, you might have to go there because you go and you don't have to take the bar at all. You pass. You work with another legal expert. And if you do enough hours, like check, now you're an attorney. And I thought, like, we don't accept that for literally anything else. You know, some things we need to make sure you have some level of expertise that pans out in a test. Why would you not have, like, are you worried about people not speaking the language of the test? Well, what even would this be for? Who on earth wants an attorney? You're like, did you pass the bar? Nah, that was way too hard. No.
I just went to New Mexico.
I just went to New Mexico. And I worked with some guy for a little while, and it's giving really big Better Call Saul vibes.
Well,
right?
I mean, considering that happened in New Mexico.
Yeah, I did it. What did it?
Yeah.
So they're turning Better Call Saul for the Breaking Bad universe into their real life. Somebody says OJT program. Yeah, like on the job training, but you never have to pass the test. The thing about this that's important to remember, folks, before I get onto this Marine One audio with Trump, is that being a legal professional is very, very different than many other jobs. You have to, and I mean have to, know the history. You have to know the history of cases. You have to know how to win a case, how to use other established cases to win your case and to convince the judge. You have to know these things, which are the things that you're questioned about when you are taking the bar exam, which is why it's not that easy. It requires a lot of memory and a lot of problem-solving abilities that most people don't have. But we need really good attorneys. Why? Because one of the key parts of the United States of America and our system is that hopefully we all get a fair shot. And hopefully if somebody accuses you of something you didn't do, you have a competent person to represent you in court. That's why we want them to pass a test before they become attorneys. But I put this on our list for Mo. I have to see what our attorney Mo DeWitt thinks about this. Whether he thinks that's
he's not just off to New Mexico.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here.
Look, I mean, if you think about it, having this as a thing for New Mexico and telling the general public that hey, your attorney doesn't need to have passed the bar to practice in the state, I think could attract actual bar passing attorneys to the state. Like Moses could go there. Listen, I have passed the bar.
Right.
That is no longer the bar.
Imagine
it's
that.
no longer the barrier to entry to practice law in this state. But if you want somebody who actually has done the work, you just call Mo.
It's crazy, man. But that's what they're doing over there. Let us know. Maybe you think that's a good idea. I don't know. Maybe there's some like wild libertarian front that thinks like, no, this is actually good. We're gatekeeping attorneys too much. Gatekeeping is bad in many ways, but in this way, I think, we need people to be smart and know the law. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, here's Fox with the close call between the president's helicopter, which is Marine One, and a commercial flight. Like somebody just flying along on, let's say, like a Southwest or JetBlue flight. You're going to your destination. You're going to Dulles or whatever. And then you almost crash in to the helicopter of the president of the United States of America, which would have been absolutely catastrophic for some of you. And then some of you would have like hurt your ankles celebrating and stuff. That's where we're at. But here we go. Let's see what happened here.
Marine One took off from the White House grounds with the president on board, but air traffic controllers had not stopped traffic at nearby Reagan National Airport. You can hear the pilot talking to air traffic control. Listen here.
That's Marine One proceeding as briefed.
One got traffic rotating off runway 1, E-170.
Marine One, visual traffic.
Marine 1, roger.
We'll be doing a momentary delay.
All right, pretty cut and dry there. They said, well, Marine One proceeding is briefed, and then they said you got traffic rotating off runway 1. Marine One said visual traffic, meaning he was able to actually physically see the plane that was coming off of the tarmac, off the runway. And then they said, oh, we're going to do a mandatory delay. So they had to actually delay their journey a little bit so that they didn't run into a passenger jet and cause an absolute catastrophe.
But I mean, in the video that they showed, they weren't super close.
I think close by our standards and close by because think about how fast the plane's going and how fast Marine One's going, right?
Right.
I think they're going pretty quickly.
Their maneuverability, to avoid each other is not always, especially since one of them looked like it was taking off.
Yeah.
You can't just swerve while you're taking off.
Not that
could
I
be
know of. No.
a catastrophe.
No, unless they're giving out pilot licenses now.
Here.
Yeah, okay, here they are. So the plane is it looks pretty far up in the air, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just said it was too close for comfort, I guess.
I think it's pretty far up in the air, not for aviation standards, but for the president is in one of these vehicles standards.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so if there was somebody trying to do something nefarious, then here you go. Let's see what else they said.
The FAA says despite this violation, it was not a close call. Federal aviation rules require aircraft to stay separated by at least 1.5 miles horizontally and 500 feet vertically. The flight paths of Jet and Marine One were not converging, and the president was never in danger. Tracking data shows Marine One left the White House at 2:33 p.m. Eastern, bound for Joint Base Andrews. And about a minute later, an American Airlines flight operated by Envoy Air took off for Florida. A White House spokesperson says, quote, Marine One flights are piloted by some of the best aviators in the world, and at no point was the president in harm's way.
All right, so they're saying, look, not that big of a deal. Everything was fine here. They weren't as close as people are thinking. Calm down. We'll see what you think. John on TNJ chat says, I'm a libertarian. I would never want an attorney to represent me that is not qualified. We're against the government doing a lot of things because of how incompetent they are and love wasting our money. Yeah, I mean, I know there's an idea amongst some libertarian types where they'll be like, hey, the market will sort it out. And some of that makes sense. So let's say if you want to say it's ridiculous that somebody who cuts hair, like at a hair salon, has to get a license and pay for and maintain a license, I would say, yeah, I could probably agree with that. I think that dates back to times when barbers were doing far more than they do in modern times. And we don't need to really gatekeep on people who do haircuts. And the marketplace will work itself out. If people suck at giving haircuts, you won't go there anymore. They'll get bad reviews and nobody will pay money. Well, but with pilots and with attorneys, I don't want to sort that out.
And with that, I think with the haircut thing, the thing that got me was not just that they do the licensing process and making sure you're up to code on your license and all that, but the deep investigations of unlicensed haircut places, unlicensed barbershops, where our local version of the FBI, which is the MBI, used to have these intense stings.
They do a bust?
You would have thought they were getting just truckloads of drugs out of these places. They were doing busts on unlicensed barbershops and shops that had unlicensed people charging to cut hair.
Yeah, when I see this stuff, and I know this would be a little more controversial, save for maybe with the libertarian folks, when I see these kind of busts and I see busts on prostitution with escorts and stuff, I think, why don't you do a raid of all the areas with gang activity? Huh? Why don't you go into the worst neighborhoods in town with all the worst gang activity everywhere, wanted criminals all over the streets? Why don't you prepare for a month and give Operation Kill the Gangster and go in and pop off a couple of those guys? To me, that's just resources better spent. But what do I know?
I mean, the busts were in bad areas of town, in bad neighborhoods, but they weren't for. I don't know if there was any gang related stuff. It was a lot of, or at least according to them, unlicensed barbershops, which also, it gave me cause to worry because, as you know, I have a close family member who got an illegal haircut during COVID. Yeah, there was not supposed to be haircuttery going on.
Unbelievable.
Clandestine.
Yeah, we should turn that person. Have we passed the statute of limitations, or can we arrest all the COVID haircut people now?
I think we're fine. I don't think there's any need for that.
Is there anybody? Do the DSA people run on that? We want to go back and round up the COVID haircut people? Yes, we do. Absolutely. I never know. But we want to hear from you today on the show. You can join us. It's very easy to do. Here are two main ways. One, we have something called dispatches, and you can record an audio or video dispatch and join us on the show. Audio and video, because some people are watching over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. The other way, and maybe this is good for you, if you would like to email the show, you can do that to tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. Remember, if you put anonymous on top of your email, I won't yap about your name and your job and all the information that you put in there, because I know you probably want to be a little more tight-lipped about that. If you were involved in, let's say, an undercover haircutting operation, right?
Yeah.
You were like way below the radar on that stuff, you could still chime in. So get in with a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com or an email, as I said, to tips at thenewsjunkie.com today. All right. Let's see. A couple emails real quick. Here we go. Hoover emails the show, and he says, about that dad who was protecting his daughter and shot the guy. I know that might be confusing if you don't know what story this is, so let me very quickly lay this out. There was a father that found out his 11-year-old daughter had been messaging with a 20-year-old man on TikTok. And then when they went through their 11-year-old daughter's phone, they saw a video of the 11-year-old being sexually assaulted by this 20-year-old man. And the father the next day got on TikTok, pretended to be his 11-year-old daughter, and roped this guy in so that he went to visit their house. And when this guy came in the back door, he intended to confront him. He says he thought the 20-year-old was reaching for a gun, and so he started blasting and shot him a couple of times, and the father has been charged. Hoover is responding to that. Sean, on yesterday's show, while you were talking to Chad about giving that pedo the death penalty, somebody asked in chat, what if a woman did this? What would they do? Then it got erased for whatever reason. I thought it was a good question and wonder what you thought if it was a woman and why loser chat deleted the question. You got some losers in chat. Chat hardest hit. I mean, I'm going to stand up for chat. I like these people who watch the show. I'm going to stand up for them. I think they're some good, solid Americans. All right? I love them. I appreciate them. You apparently do not. But what if it was a woman? I mean, I try not to be hypocritical about things. If there was, do you mean a woman with an 11-year-old boy? Or do you mean, what if it was a woman trying to trap somebody?
I think a woman with an 11-year-old boy.
So if it was a 20-year-old woman with an 11-year-old, I would feel exactly the same way. That's absolutely predatory abuse. We're not even talking about a split diff, like, okay, she's 20 and he's 17. She's 20 and he's 16. Like, we're talking about an 11-year-old. That's a child. All right? That's literally prepubescent. That's literally what the word pedo is for. So, yeah, I mean, I feel exactly the same about that. If somebody was to, some woman comes over who is being a predator like that on a child, I don't see why you should treat that any differently. It's every bit as disgusting, even though some people, because of perhaps the lack of the idea that the perpetrator is penetrating the other person, you know what I mean? It makes it seem less, and you get high-five to death jokes all over the place. If it's an 11-year-old, I'm constant and I'm maintaining the same exact anger over those two situations. But thank you.
Well, then why did you
delete
delete the chat thing?
I don't like chat. All right? So I delete them all. Did I cheer them on earlier?
That was a quick 180.
I didn't mean to. Boo chat. Boo. Boo chat. You'll never know which one's the real me. You'll never know which one is the real me. Somebody says, how do I use TTS on the app? That's text to speech. We make it so easy for you. You can record your voice, or you can type out a message and send it in somebody else's voice, even mine or C-Lane's on the TTS side of things. Hello, I just downloaded the News Junkie app today. I wanted to try out the new text-to-speech option for dispatches. However, I'm not finding that. I see audio, video, photo, or file. Here's the deal. He says, thank you so much. Love the show. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Or, I'm sorry, Dory. I meant she. Dory, thank you very much for the email.
Wow.
I updated the Android app. The Android now has, if you're a subscriber, this is a subscriber-only feature. The Android app has TTS as an option. When you click in dispatches on the Android app, you can send them. Before, it was only available on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. iOS or iPhone users, the TTS dispatches are coming to you. I got to wait for the approval of the app, so that's coming in just a bit. And finally, Derek says, hey there, lads, love the show. I listen every day I can. I listen on iHeart a day later. Well, thank you, Derek. I just want to let you know that your show is skipping bad recently, It seems completely random. Sean or Sealand will be talking, and then we'll skip to another sentence randomly or completely off topic. Figured you'd want to know. Keep up the work. Says Derek. Derek, my response is too. Why, I don't know why that is happening. I've complained so much. Nobody else at iHeart is complaining. I don't know why. It's insane that this is happening. I've complained to the company. I've complained to the provider that hosts the podcast. They tell me, oh, we can work this out, Sean. No big deal. All we need to know is what kind of shoes, what size shoes the user was wearing at the time of this happening. Did they have a hat on or not? Were they a man or a woman? What age were they? What Wi-Fi were they on? What was the name of the exact Wi-Fi network and their device ID? As if I could chat, like, hey, when somebody says, hey, my podcast was skipping, I'm like, just please give me your device ID.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I got to do a little troubleshooting with the folks. Give me your device ID.
These people, give me their IP address. Sure.
Yeah. Please, sure. Everybody's going to know how to do that. Yeah, absolutely. If you're having that problem, the only thing I can tell you is please either try to stomach through it, or if it becomes too much, go to the YouTube version of the show. It will not skip for you. You will find a completely workable version of the show there, and that should be a lot easier. So that's always available at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Quick break. I'm going over a little bit, but we'll come back and we'll talk about people are freaking out about Grand Theft Auto, baby. Oh, my. What's the big surprise in the new release that just rolled out? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Somebody says, no love for Android. I literally said Android has the feature right now. Just update your app. If you're a subscriber, you got that TTS. Or if you're what's called a mega ultra VIP like myself, I can just take the app and hit dispatch. Oh, I'm sorry. Does my iPhone app already have TTS dispatches? Oh, let me see. So should I select the radio DJ? No. Flirty girl? Yeah, I'm going to be flirty girl. Put in my little message. I'll put in some pauses for breaks to add dramatic effect. Oh, I'll add some sound effects. What do we have for sound effects, Sean? Well,
a few moments later.
We got that. Screaming goat. Okay, we got that. Got a bunch of them. There's so many, okay? Lots of them. Lots of options. As soon as that's approved, I'll push it out for iOS, aka iPhone users. There are 60, count them, 60 of our Starry Night magnets ready. I have an apology for you. I am going to apologize. I'll apologize about when we come back. I'll apologize about this. Huge mistake, but I'll apologize. Anybody having a stutter problem while swiping through the secret shows? Butterballs, are you the one that emailed me, first of all? Yes or no, please. This is important, Butterballs. Are you the person who emailed me, yes or no? I await your answer, Butterballs. Come on. Courtesy of the great Coderino. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody tries to, not everybody tries to improve, actually. Butterballs, where are you? Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Kevin. Butterballs, type. I mean, I could just be like, get my own keyboard and just slowly. Yes, it was you? Okay. So anybody else, are you having stuttering issues on Android? And Butterballs, follow-up question. Are you positive, Butterballs? Are you positive that you have the latest update for Android? Please check and update and report back. Because that was an issue, but it was fixed a few weeks ago. So update your Android app, please, if you have not. Let's hear it for Tom for the 5 gifted subscriptions over at thenewsjunkie.com. Those premium subscriptions keep the show a-going. Let's push those through right now. Ready? Let's push Tom through and up onto the leaderboard. Let's make it happen together. There we go. Tom, thank you for the sub. Here's Tink 2010. Thank you for the subscription. Here's Funky Fresh with 2 subs. Here is Bree. Thank you, Bree. V of Many Trades. Thank you so much. Here's Don Pumbaa. Don Pumbaa, I appreciate it. Snafu with the gifted sub. Bears119. Thank you, Bears119. Gaga Jill, love you, appreciate you. And of course, Fester99. We all know him. We love him. We appreciate him. Thank you all for those gifted subscriptions over at thenewsjunkie.com. I did make a mistake, though, and I'll talk about that in a moment on the show. YouTube. I'm so sorry. Twitch, I'm so sorry that emailer said you guys suck. What do we think about that? Do we agree with this person? What was their exact claim, chat? No. Here. No. Here. Loser chat deleted the questions. You got some losers in chat. That's what they said. Are there losers in chat? Yes or no, chat? Do we agree with this? Can we have his name just so we could talk to them? Well, it didn't say to leave them anonymous, right? Hoover. That's all I'm going to tell you. Hoover. Hoover says you're losers. Everybody, make sure you have a subscription. Subscribe over at thenewsjunkie.com or claim a gifted sub if you're struggling a little bit. Because tonight in this studio, 8 p.m., fully uncensored, secret shows. It's going to be a wild one. It's going to be electric. It's going to be an absolute blast. Don't miss it. We even have the Shock-tato. The Shock-tato unveiled on tonight's secret show. Don't miss it. Sign up now at thenewsjunkie.com. 8 p.m. You can watch live on the website on your mobile device, on your crap top, your laptop, your snack top, whatever. We're coming back right now. Grand Theft Auto.
Makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Teachers make a difference each and every day. Now's your chance to say thanks. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding public school teacher who goes above and beyond for students. They could be one of our $5,000 winners for classroom supplies and resources. Teachers give so much. Now it's our turn to give back. Nominate a teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Send us a dispatch and join the ranks of the great 5%ers.
Down.
Love ya, appreciate ya. You're in good company. We can be friends now. Learn more about the show over on the website, which is at thenewsjunkie.com. We got an update on a story that we talked about recently, and it just keeps getting crazier, just keeps getting weirder. We talked yesterday, I called it the scariest video in the world, about this 15-year-old kid who's been arrested. Spate of arrests like this, by the way. Like a bunch of them. spate of arrests. That means like a bunch of them together, a whole bunch of arrests across the country for the last several years of like 15-year-old murderers, 13-year-old, 12-year-old. Like you're murdering people as a kid. And that's so crazy to me. But now this kid, well, we know more about what happened. This was the original clip that started the discussion. We talked about it on the show. And here was this young 15-year-old captured on somebody's doorbell camera wearing a clown costume. And then he had like a face covering or whatever. And he
ski mask, almost baklava-esque.
Yeah. Like just you see his eyeballs and he's wearing a clown suit and he comes up to somebody's front door. This is just a couple of days ago.
I'm looking for you.
I'm looking for you. Is what it sounds like he said there. And I'm glad that he didn't find these folks because we told you yesterday he had been charged with a murder, a homicide. And now a couple more details are eking through here. Here's what we know. Prosecutors are seeking adult charges. They're trying to charge him as an adult, maybe even go for the death penalty or something.
For a 15-year-old?
Yeah, for a 15-year-old.
Tonight, prosecutors are looking to charge a teen as an adult.
Hang on one sec. This teenager, they wanted to auto-launch that on me and then also disable my ad blocker. Unbelievable. Great modern-day web design in effect once again. I don't think we need that news report. I'll just give you this. Prosecutors have moved to charge a 15-year-old as an adult after he was accused of stabbing and killing a man while dressed as a clown. Now we know more about what happened. On Wednesday, prosecutors filed a petition for adjudication of wardship, which transfers the 15-year-old clown's charges to adult court, where prosecutors intend to charge him with first-degree murder in connection with the Tuesday evening stabbing. According to Illinois State Police, here's what happened. At about 10 p.m. on Monday, and I'll go back to what time it was on that doorbell camera in a second, but 10 p.m., let's remember that. 10 p.m., there was a report of a body in the road nearby. They identified the victim as a 78-year-old man named John Wesley Allen Sr. The teenager was going door to door in the area, peering into windows and carrying a weapon. He was twirling a knife. He had a pretty big knife. The light gleamed off it, one of the neighbors said. Less than an hour before the homicide, that's when it was. I don't even have to look. Less than an hour before he ended up killing this person with a knife, he was going door to door and looking into the camera and talking. And then he ended up finding some old guy nearby and stabbed him while wearing his clown outfit as a 15-year-old. You just got to shake your head. You're like, what goes wrong here? How do we end up in this territory? How does a 15-year-old end up doing this? Is it the parents failing? Is it just born as an evil individual? I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. Sometimes it's like kids are just living life Grand Theft Auto style. I'm not blaming the video game. I might when it comes out. I may eventually blame it when it comes out. Well, no more.
You're going to blame Marilyn Manson now, too?
I might, yeah. Marilyn Manson and the video games. Because I know that people have been waiting how long for the new Grand Theft Auto?
16 years or so.
I never seen anything like this before, C-Lane, now that we're on the topic here very quickly. Not that was intentional or anything. The Grand Theft Auto company has announced that the trailer for the new Grand Theft Auto game, which has the first real gameplay, will first launch on Netflix. All right?
What?
So a Netflix exclusive trailer
big for Netflix
to buy a video game. And then I think they said a little while later it will be, it goes on Netflix on August 27th at 3 p.m. And then later it goes on YouTube or something, 9 p.m. on YouTube.
Oh, wait, they get a couple hours?
Yeah, that's how big this is. They got a Netflix exclusive for 6 hours.
Are they going to spend that 6 hours nuking every single person who tries to post the trailer on their YouTube channel?
Yeah, 100%.
They would have to make this worth it. Grand Theft Auto 5 officially launched on September 17th, 2013. So it'll be 13 years since we've seen a Grand Theft Auto by the time this thing is released. Almost by the time the trailer is released.
What's this then? They released it. Is this a trailer for the trailer for the trailer? What? Oh, yeah. All right. A little bit of funky bass line. These are just still images. Grand Theft Auto 6, an extended look. This is literally
trailer for the trailer.
A trailer for the trailer.
They're Sean Wassoning it.
They are. Yeah, Netflix, August 27th, 3 p.m. And then after that, it goes on YouTube like 6 hours later. And then all of the kids are going to be causing chaos everywhere. It's just going to be absolute pandemonium. So buckle up, friends, and brace yourself. God only knows what's going to happen when this all goes down. It'll probably be, most people will probably just have fun playing video games. I'm not blaming the video games for the danger of people doing this. It's probably just kids who are, antisocial lunatics and parents who probably aren't doing a good job of coaxing them out of it. Those are the tough times we live in, though. Absolutely. Here is Diana, who is emailing the show. Diana says, hello. I watched the show live on YouTube at work, and then on the way home, I listened to the replay on the station nearest me, which is Real Radio 92.1. On Fridays, This Week in Florida gets butchered. I don't know if it's being condensed for time or what, but for each story, they just play pieces of it. He starts a sentence, then it skips to the last few words of that story. What is going on with this sabotage? That can't be real. They're not doing that down there. He said, not only can I not follow it, but it pisses me off, or she says. This week, Tuesday's show was replaying the Tuesday, July 28th show. Wednesday's show was replaying the July 29th show. I was mad because I missed the entire show live at work, so I changed the station. 20 minutes later, it was the live show again. Why does 92.1 do this to you? Diana says. She's a West Palm Beach listener. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, sometimes it's the technology. Trust me, it's not the people there doing it on purpose because they're really good people who love the show. They're big fans of the News Junkie, man. Big fans down there. They're one of the first stations to take a risk on us. And we've done very, very well for quite a long time down there, now almost on a decade. But we'll look into it. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully it's just some fluke thing. Let me know if it happens more, though. You can always email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right. Quick break. When we come back, we'll try to stay on time here. At some point, I got new updates on that Perez Hilton front. I got more from that. You know what? That our favorite new politician who hates every holiday ever. We'll talk about her. And then the Fishback guy promised some sort of big bombshell today. Will he deliver on it? I don't know. We'll find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic is currently moving well for those in the Orlando area this morning. For those who need to travel east and westbound on I-4, with the heaviest traffic reported by the major attractions exits. Right now, things are moving well for those who need to take the Beach Line or the 408. Traffic looking good so far, north and southbound for those taking the 429. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance?
Hello. Welcome to the show. Couple of things. Here's a good chat fight for you. Nonpartisan chat fight. Chat, brace yourselves. Get ready. They just announced from USA Today and the Reader's Choice Awards, the most popular, the most delectable, the most desirable fast food fries in the United States of America. And somehow, some way, in all their proverbial wisdom over at USA Today, they have decided that the best fast food fries in the United States of America are from Del Taco. Del Taco. A goddamn taco place. A Tex-Mex fusion place. USA Today. Shut the doors. Burn the building to the ground. Why are you even doing this anymore? I mean, your reporting has been garbage on several fronts. I still check your website for now. I check the homepage each day as part of my show prep. But this could be the end of it. Del Taco named best fast food fries in the United States of America. I'll start out basic. Have you ever had fresh McDonald's fries? Because they're better. Have you had fresh curly fries from Hardee's? Have you, on a day when you were very, very weak, times were tough and things were difficult, gone to a Checkers and had a handful of those fries that have been in the fryolator so long and so many times that they're now kind of black? Del Taco is your winner? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know how to address this. I would rather the winner be the yucca fries at Pollo Tropical. I would think that would be a better and more reasonable winner than the Del Taco fries. Have you been to In-N-Out? Have you been to Whataburger? Have you been anywhere? Del Taco? There you go. Five Guys. You know, as expensive as Five Guys is, Five Guys Cajun fries. Have you even tried Five Guys freshly cut, straight from the potato fries? They got these Pringles ass fries over at Del Taco. It's like mashed potatoes formed into French fries. Outrageous. Del Taco. Folks, if you had to say one fast food place, best fry option, absolutely better than everybody else. Like, you're on death row, your final meal, you want to get fast food fries with it. Who do you get them from? And it's not Del Taco. 2 minutes and we're back live on the show. Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Very good. Steak and Shake. Very good. Fazoli's. Whisk and Grind. Guys, I said a fast food establishment. It's probably because people were saying things like Whisk and Grind and Fazoli's instead of giving actual answers to this question. Arby's Crinkle Cut is better than Del Taco. Del Taco fries. It's embarrassing. The USA Today folks should be really embarrassed of themselves. All right, here we go. Hold on to your butts. Shake Shack Crinkle Cut. Okay. I mean, you know, not for me, but okay. Better than Del Taco. We're coming back right now.
Hi, my air conditioner isn't working.
We're hosting a pet rock adoption telethon.
Pet rocks?
The internet says they're endangered.
Rocks are everywhere.
You know what's everywhere?
Frank Gay is everywhere. I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have AC problems, you need help now. One of our licensed and certified technicians can have your AC blowing cold air in no time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
You look nice today. You smell good and everything. We're happy to be your friend. Welcome into the show. If you're new around here, you can learn about the world's most viral newsroom over at thenewsjunkie.com.
And gosh darn it, people like you.
Oh, do they? Is that true? I don't know. Not as of right now.
I was talking about to the people you were talking to. So talking to the people.
I thought Celine was talking about me for a second. I apologize. I didn't mean to make it all about me. But I had just dropped the lamest radio bombshell on everybody on the Skull Mike thing in between the breaks on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie.
What is it?
Because I was legit upset. I don't know why. I shouldn't have any vested interest in this at all, and I shouldn't care about the losers over at the USA Today. But at USA Today, they did a thing where they had everybody in the world vote, and they said the best fast food fries in the nation were from Del Taco, of all places, and it just struck me, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you like, this is what it's come to? First of all, journalism in 2026, right? Check that one off. The best fast food fries, even though we're falling into the trap right now. Then second, the Del Taco place wins the best French fries from a fast food establishment in the United States. It's like you just got here and you went to Del Taco and that was it.
Where is the closest Del Taco?
You didn't even go anywhere else. It's a taco place. You can't have French fries at a taco place. It's just I can't do it. That was anyhow. Let's move on.
You can have French fries at a taco place. They're not going to be the best. They're not the best.
They shouldn't be.
They're not the best.
It doesn't make any sense. They're a Tex-Mex place. They're probably not even the best at what they're doing over there. I don't need to hear it. I get it. I know everybody has their choice stuff, but for me, that was just, what are you doing over there at USA Today? What the hell is even going on, for God's sake?
All right, I'm going to have to go give him a shot on the way home.
Why? They're feeding into it. This makes it worse, C-Lane.
So that I know that I'm right.
Money. What? Well, they still get your money, though. You know what I mean? Like then I know that I'm right because I've tried out what they have on offer over there. It's ridiculous. You cannot do that to yourself, for God's sake. I mean, you can, but I think that you probably shouldn't, at least for now. There's been a lot of raging about e-scooters. We've talked about it on the show. Legitimate gripes. I've seen it many times. You've probably seen it. Maybe I haven't seen that. Have you been in the situation where you're driving down the road and a swarm of the kids on the e-bikes will zoom around you in the road driving in lanes?
Not a swarm, though. In my neighborhood the other day, I had to almost drive around somebody. There was something where a couple dudes were just in the middle of the road. I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? And I think those were e-bikes they had. They looked a little thicker. The e-bikes look a little, the ones that you don't immediately know, especially if they're not currently moving. They just you could tell there's more girth to them on account of the motor and the battery and all that.
I get it. You think you got a little motorcycle, you're riding around on your e-bike. Some of them go fast. You've seen them zooming by, they'll wheelie on them and stuff. But it's not always a good thing. And there was a kid who just died on one of these. I forgot where that was. Look up the e-bike death. Actually, if you look that up on the Newswire, Ceiling, you'll probably find multiple stories of this, because the one I saw was a kid plowed into a semi, and his mother was doing the whole thing where it was like, oh, he's a good kid. I don't know how this could happen to him. And like, well, he's riding his e-bike in the middle of the road doing wheelies, and he loses control and a semi hits him. That's how it happened. I don't mean to be rude, but that's literally what happened in this situation.
The Chicago one?
That's it. And they said that was the third kid dead in Chicago, 3 down, lots to go in Chicago just on e-bikes. And I don't know if that was the past year or what. What was the details on that real quick?
A Chicago family mourning a 16-year-old boy who was killed after crashing into a semi while riding an electric scooter on the north side. He's the third Chicago teenager killed this year while riding an e-scooter.
This year. We're in August. This year, he's the third one killed on one of these e-scooters. And this is like one of the few unifying things outside of, hey, the USA Today article about the best fast food fries in America is trash and somebody should burn the HQ to the ground. Not literally, but maybe. Somebody should really
figuratively
send them an email. Send them an email. Don't burn them to the ground. Send them an email.
Strongly worded letter
about how stupid it is that they made that decision. But this is a left-wing, right-wing kumbaya moment. They're coming together on this one. In fact, here's Mamdani, the mayor of New York City. Even he's against the e-scooters. New York City mayor on Twitter says too many lives have been cut short by high-speed illegal e-bikes and e-scooters. No bike is illegal, right? No bike is illegal. What is an illegal e-bike? Maybe they have like rules on speeds and governing the engine.
Well, remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a couple months, we talked about how Amazon had to like stop selling them or block them in certain states because you were able to get, I think it was California had made some rulings on your maximum speed of an e-scooter or e-bike. And so the stores couldn't sell them, but then the kids were just ordering them on Amazon, and they came back and said, no, you gotta shut that down.
Not anymore, according to this mayor, the mayor of New York City. This is not some like right-wing guy who's yelling at clouds against the e-bikes or e-scooters thing. This is the far opposite of that. And he says, too many lives have been cut short by high-speed illegal e-bikes and e-scooters. That's why we're issuing cease and desist orders against 42 online retailers that have been selling these dangerous devices to New York City residents, including Target. Is it Temu or Temu? I always forget. Temu?
As Temu, we just call it Temu over here.
Target, Temu, Wayfair, Walmart, and Amazon. So the mayor of New York is like, we're coming after you for selling these e-bikes. The safety of New Yorkers is not for sale. And then they show this. It's like, is the vehicle you're selling legal?
Ooh, I like this. Right? A flow chart.
Like doing the whole like dun 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 is like is the vehicle you're selling legal? And they got a flow chart. E-bikes, pedal assist or throttle with pedals. Does it go over 25 miles per hour? Boom, it's illegal. That sucker is illegal. Scooters, stand-up scooters. Does it go over 20 miles per hour? Boom, it's illegal. Mopeds. I guess there's like some different rules on the moped front. I don't think mopeds are the problem.
No.
Moped people, I'm not coming at you. I think the only problem is young kids who
leave
get
the
excited.
winos alone.
Young kids are getting the e-bikes for their birthdays or whatever. They're having fun. I do not blame them for that. I would want to do the same thing, but you cannot rove around in gangs on the streets in your e-bike. All right, stay in like in your neighborhood somewhere, zoom around there. I don't have any problem with that. But when you're riding out on the streets and taking over streets in some cases with this, then that becomes an issue. And then even the mayor of New York is like, we're going to shut down 42 online retailers for selling these things.
I think for mopeds, you borderline have to like register them as vehicles. Like I think, and my friend had a moped in middle school, should not have. But I think it had like a small license plate on it.
Yeah, those are always fine. Like a Vespa, I'm totally fine with those. I never had an issue with that personally, but perhaps you have. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Lisa emails and she goes, an e-bike injury post like this one? What is this? Hang on. I don't know. Can I play this? Or is this going to be like somebody absolutely losing a body part? Or, it says, one of the worst e-bike injuries I've treated as a surgeon. Let's listen to it.
This right here is one of the worst e-bike injuries that I've seen. My name is Kareem Shoth. I'm an orthopedic traumatologist at the Jewett Orthopedic Institute.
Badly broken
My job
bones.
is to treat broken bones.
Jeez!
So this unfortunate patient was a preteen who got an e-bike on Christmas. He was riding it and unfortunately crashed it the same day. He came to the hospital and he had an open segmental femur fracture.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but this is his femur. That means his leg?
It's like a whole piece of bone is removed from the rest of bone. So like instead of just one break, it's two breaks where now you have this little bone island.
Yeah, it's like if you break...
Which sounds like a fun place to visit.
Stop. If you break a broomstick and then you break another piece off, so there's like a completely disconnected piece, and then the two other pieces. That's what it's looking like. The really, really, really bad break.
What that means is he broke his thigh bone in multiple spots, and the bone came through the skin, which increases the chance of infection. He also has a comminuted fracture of his patella, which means that he broke his kneecap in multiple spots. That fracture was also open as well. We took him to the operating room on the day after Christmas. We washed out his open fractures to make sure that there was no contamination, and we stabilized his injuries. His thigh bone was stabilized with a rod, and his kneecap was stabilized with plate and screws. His injuries have all healed, and now he's back on another e-bike.
Oh, no, please tell me that's not true. If you are my child, and I get you an e-bike because all the other kids have e-bikes, and you crash and you break your leg and your knee is all messed up like this, and then when you come home, you're like, well, I'm going to go back on the e-bike again. That's a big no. That is
I'm surprised.
No.
There isn't even another e-bike. Did he say it's a new one? Did the first one get wrecked?
It's what it sounded like. This is
look at that
doctor.
X-ray, man.
Yeah, the guy had to get like an entire metal rod through his leg with the screws and everything in there.
He's more machine now than man, twisted and evil.
It's just crazy to me. And I mean, again, I get that it's fun. I don't want to be crapping on kids enjoying themselves and stuff. But the level of danger here is pretty significant, to say the least. Thank you for sending that over, Lisa. I appreciate that. You can get on board as well. You can email the show. How? Well, it's easy. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. TIPS@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, as I always say, put that right up on top. Anonymous, and then I won't say your name.
Well, don't repeat it either.
Yeah, but because then sometimes I get further into the paragraph, and you're like, I, Jack Smith, really do hate this type of people. Whoa. Dial it back. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or send your dispatchers. Record yours to get on the show at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Who's this? This is somebody talking about somebody shooting flock cameras. Hey, Sean, after talking about flock cameras last week and then again on Tuesday, I thought you'd find this interesting. It says Blount County Sheriff's deputies announced Friday they had arrested Adam Heimerman, 37, in connection with the string of felony vandalism events targeting the ALPRs, a.k.a. flock cameras. This is another guy who went out there and he's just destroying the flock cameras on the streets. He doesn't like them. He wants to get rid of these damn things. And this guy is now in trouble. The 37-year-old admitted to shooting the cameras. So he's just going out there and popping them off at the flock cameras. To some, a hero, I would guess.
And he's
others, a criminal.
He was an independent candidate for Tennessee's 2nd Congressional District.
Oh, that's not surprising. Crazy people run for office all the time. There's a lot of crazies out there. Did I show you? I didn't show you this yet. Just to revisit, this woman who I'm now becoming enthralled with, who's running for governor of Wisconsin, I believe, Francesca Hong.
Yes,
the Asian lady. She's running. She's a Democratic Socialist.
The one that pretty much hates all holidays.
She doesn't like the holidays. She says she hates fireworks. She says she hates Halloween. She hates Valentine's Day. She especially hates Thanksgiving. How dare you celebrate Thanksgiving, you colonizer animal? How could you possibly do this? You know, this woman, she has a chance to become the next governor of one of our great states in the United States of America. I believe Wisconsin. Just double check that, C-Lane, so I'm not saying the wrong state over and over. Francesca Hong. So she said, I hate Thanksgiving. It's the worst. You shouldn't be celebrating it. You're a terrible person.
She's Wisconsin State Assembly, so yeah.
Okay. Then she said, after that, which I think was the latest update we had, she was like, I get that some people like Thanksgiving, but other people are really hurt by Thanksgiving, which I also thought was just absolutely insane. And now she's heel turned on this. Here's Mrs. Hong again with her comments on Thanksgiving. She's following up.
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
No.
You heard her. You heard her. She's turned the corner. She hated Thanksgiving. The pilgrims should have been hung. These noble savages were destroyed by the great white demons, and and all this stuff. And then, no, actually, I get that you might want to celebrate it, but there are people who are in pain. And then now, this lady who's mega robotic is like, hey, actually, it's my fave. It's my fave.
Favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
Surprising to hear.
There you have it. Yep.
There you have it, yeah.
I don't want to cancel it. I actually love it. We bring
so sincere.
Actually, it's kind of in-laws and family members and their in-laws, and it's a big event.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a mega fan. It's not because there was a little backlash and I'm not being honest with you anymore.
The only way I would believe her, really, is if we just look at the rest of her tweets about all the holidays and then realize that she hates all the holidays so much that Thanksgiving is still her favorite just because it's the least bad somehow. It'd be like me naming my favorite beet.
Yeah.
Like the vegetable.
Not the wrap. Not of the wrap variety. Just to go over, her first one was canceled Thanksgiving. All right. This is somebody chronicling how this has changed. Canceled Thanksgiving. Should have done this in 1621. If it takes a worldwide pandemic for us to realize we should stop celebrating colonialism and the original super spreader event that killed indigenous FOLX and women, so be it. That was only 6 years ago, less than 6 years ago. Then onto, I get it, but people are very upset for Thanksgiving. And now onto, it's my favorite.
Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities.
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving.
Okay. Just totally legit. This is how she really feels about things.
Remember that TikTok trend? This would be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The TikTok trend where you take the video of her saying my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, and then you zoom it out to show that somebody's holding a weapon that's pointed straight at her.
Gun? Yeah, right. I swear I'm not saying this because I've seen a drop in poll numbers. I got more. I'll give you some more of this lady because she delivers on the clips as we roll on in the show in just a bit. We got your comments on e-bikes coming in. We'll get to some of those. We have many, many more things to introduce as the show rolls on. And we're waiting for this bombshell news press conference coming. Something shocking.
Is he on his way to Tallahassee? He said he was headed to Tallahassee. I mean, he's not an actual elected official, so it doesn't matter where he gives a press conference.
Yeah.
I mean, he just has to start a live stream and start talking.
He even said he was doing it not in conjunction with his candidacy.
But somehow has to go to Tallahassee.
Yeah, so I've got some theories on that. We'll see what's going on. We got more clips on the way. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, you know how it is around here, but you want to get that next 3 years.
Can I put a wig on, Jack?
Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome behind the scenes. Email coming in. Sup, junkies. 90% of e-bikes come from the factory speed limited, but if you go into the settings menu, all of them allow you to unlock the max speed. They go as high as 45 miles per hour. Recently, since all of the controversy, there are a handful of manufacturers now making super powerful up to 20,000 watt e-bikes, but they make them look like everyday run-of-the-mill e-bikes. Not sure if true, but big if true. Perfect. You didn't see it. It swished. It swished. It went right in. Nice. Look at this. Special delivery right outside of the studio for secret shows. Tequila for secret shows, baby. You know it. You love it. You want a little sip of it. Secret shows tonight at 8 p.m. right here in this studio. You can watch on thenewsjunkie.com. Come try it out for the first time. Okay, let's see. Let's put these right here. Are my boxers hanging out on my pants? I hope they're not. That would be embarrassing. The lime's in. Oh, now I feel like my crack is hitting the air. Yeah, I'm getting a cool breeze. Black cherry right here. What the hell? Okay. Just your butt crack? I felt it. That's not good. The most compelling live radio in America, Sean Stock in the Fridge? True. You know what? That's both true and sad at the same time. Because it is kind of true. Lady, be good. She's crazy. Don't forget, the magnets are dwindling. They're gone this week for sure. It's the best way to support the show. Subscribe to Secret Shows and watch tonight uncensored live. Beam it to your TV, watch on your device, streaming exclusively for Secret Shows subscribers over on thenewsjunkie.com. Your desk is blocking the moon? Well, good. That's what I want. I'm glad this is strategically placed here. All right, couple of minutes and we're back live. I'll give you something exclusive here. Let's see what we should give you. All right, let me ask you a question. Sometimes I just want to see where you guys are at on simple things. CBS News has a story today that sounds boring as hell about pay raises, but they're saying that companies are moving away from the more woke era peanut butter style pay raises at work to individual pay raises. So companies over the last 10 to 15 years have tried to be more equitable and tried to give everybody bonuses, and they've issued bonuses across the board instead of larger bonuses to top performers. They've decided that that does not work for them. That did not yield good results. More companies are moving away from broad peanut butter style pay raises for workers in favor of gasp, merit-based and other kinds of compensation sweeteners for top employees. I, as you know, am an individualist. There are two types of people. Let me make this simple for you. All right? And this is the best way I could explain it. You see, this gentleman right here, this is me. I'm an individualist. I care more about my people, my world, my child, my partner, my loved ones, my family members. Care about my internal group. I'm an individualist. These people over here are not individualists. They're collectivists, okay? These are the collectivists over here. They care about other people and out groups more than they care about in groups. They want to share everything together. You're either an individualist going off of merit or a collectivist saying we should share absolutely everything that's happening out there. I'm an individualist. I always will be. That's what I am at my core. And I think that determines whether you think everybody should get a pay raise together or just the standout employees based on merit should get pay raises. So ask yourself that question. Thank you, Jason Wheeler, for the gifted subscription over at thenewsjunkie.com. Appreciate that. Ask yourself that question. Do you think everybody at your company should get a raise or just you? You've been doing the hard work and the other hardworking employees. Which one of those do you think is the better model? All right, we're coming back.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real number one radio.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
I love you, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Jason Wheeler, for the gifted subscription over at thenewsjunkie.com. That's how you can support the show. Learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're at an inflection point, I think, here. I legitimately mean this, and I think it's a good thing, because I think a lot of people have heard different words thrown out all over the place recently, and some of them they think sounds like an attractive future, and some of them they think is bad ideas and good ideas, and all these different things are out there. But I happen to think, like, this is the one thing I'm not black-pilled on, I'm very confident in. If you explain things to people, most of the time, if they're reasonable, they'll come around to your way of thinking. Like, I think most people at their base are in one of two groups. You're either an individualist, that's what I am. Through and through, I don't care about parties or teams or anything like that. I'm an individualist. I care about my in-group, right? I care about my family, my people, my neighborhood after that. But I'm an in-group person. I'm an individualist, and I'm worried about my people and my network. And then there's collectivists, who largely worry about the out group, right? They care about people halfway across the world more than they care about their own neighbors. They'll swear off their loved ones and never talk to them again if they disagree on a point, but they'll care about some kid in like Sudan much more than they'll care about anybody they'll ever talk to ever, right? These things to individualists like me, they don't make sense. They seem strange. They seem very, very bizarre. But to collectivists, they make perfect sense. That's where you get things like these candidates for the DSA and all these different groups out there. And then people don't really know what words mean. Like, they don't know what socialism means. So they're like, that seems good. Isn't that what they do in like Scandinavia? And no one knows what they're talking about. But at the base of these things, I think people agree on simple things. Like CBS had this story. It's such a boring story, such a regular run-of-the-mill story. But I think it can kind of tell you your answer to this, which one of those categories you fall into. Are you an individualist? Right? Are you a person who's like, I'm about my group? Or are you collectivist, which is, socialism and communism and those things down the pipeline from that. And this CBS News story is about how all of these companies, huge group of companies, have switched after in the last 10 to 15 years, they were doing, well, like a more socialist type thing where everybody got a pay raise. You all get a pay raise. Everybody gets a pay raise. And, everybody together would get what they call a peanut butter style pay raise. It would be like iHeartRadio saying, congratulations, all employees get a very meager 2% raise. Yeah, congratulations. You did it. We all got a 2% raise. Cool. There we go. That's sort of the collectivist style. Then the individualist style would be that the merit-based pay raises are the best. C-Lane has been working so hard and doing such a good job that he deserves special recognition and a pay raise because his hard work is something that needs to be lauded, right? Congratulations, C-Lane. So amazing.
All right.
So amazing. You did a great job. But instead of going like, hey,
oh, wait, that's
C-Lane did great,
hypothetical.
the whole company did great, so everybody deserves a bonus. No. And companies are moving away from these style pay raises towards rewarding strong individual performers and taking people with the most merit and the people who work the hardest and bring the most to that company and giving them the bonuses. I think like at the base of all of these arguments that you've seen over the last 15 years and crazy stuff about this or that or gender or whatever, I think there are things that you'll just find more people agree with. I think when I say something like that, when I say it's more fair for the people who work the hardest, who put the most in and bring the most value to a team, a company, or whatever it is, to get the most benefit out of that. Rather than going like, well, there is a couple of people who just sit there shuffling their thumbs all day long, but everybody gets a raise. And that's what we did for quite a while. I think that's what people got into. I still think people hear things like the democratic socialism stuff and think, well, that sounds like it would be more fair. And that's why you've seen such a rise in this. Actually, I saw somebody trying to defend this. Actually, MS Now was putting graphics up, and they're like, democratic socialism versus communism, because there was I guess they're calling everybody communist now. And I said, democratic socialism means free and fair elections. It means setting prices on staples and free market prices for no goods. It means state ownership of essential services like electricity, water, and the internet, private home and business ownership. It means capitalism can be reformed to create social safety nets for all. And then you can go look at their actual website without some cable network defending them. And I go, okay, let's see what they said. It says, Democratic Socialists of America, our program, workers deserve more. Well, I mean, hard workers deserve more. I agree with that. And then it says, imagine taking a day off from work in a future without capitalism. It might not feel as badly needed as it does now. You enjoy your work. It's interesting to you, and you're well trained for it. By the way, in any socialist world, you are not going to enjoy your work. You literally will be picked for a job, and that's the job you'll have for the rest of your life. That's what socialism is. You can't create your own business. Employee, you can't have employees in socialism. There is no such thing. That's a predatory relationship between the employer and the employee. Not in socialism, there are no relationships like that. So you can't even do that if you think you got a great idea. Too bad. You do the job they give you. But it says you work as much as you're able and no more than needed. And you would control your own labor and see it going to good use. It's not just a job to pay the bills. Sure. Speaking of bills, you don't really have them anymore. Eliminating bills. That's a popular move. All right. You have no debt. You don't need health insurance. You don't pay a mortgage or have a landlord. Well, I thought you said I could own my house. How am I going to own my house if I don't have a mortgage or there's no landlords? Obviously, this is just not true, because comfortable housing is a human right. What does comfortable mean? Your retirement is publicly funded. Food, education, energy, medicine, and transportation are not for-profit businesses. They're common goods and utilities, they say. Then they say, okay, enough about bills. What do you do on your day off? Maybe in the morning you walk your kids to school, run errands, or go to a doctor's appointment. In the afternoon, you might play a sport. Who doesn't say it that way? I might play a sport.
Hey, babe, you got you still got a little bit left on dinner, right? I'm going to go out and play a sport.
Play a sport, practice a new skill, read, plan a trip, it says. They don't know how much people just want to play Grand Theft Auto. In the evening, you can meet up with friends or family or eat together, maybe even go to the movies or to the park. These are all very familiar everyday activities. A socialist day off could be like any good day now. You're free to spend your time how you like without worrying about costs or dreading to go back to work. So they go on to this whole thing about, how do we get here? But this is the view they have. And then there's some people going like, no, it's just, here's what they really want to do. They just want to make things more fair. No, I want to make things more fair. That sounds attractive to me. I want poor people to be able to have health insurance. That sounds attractive to me.
Getting rid of bills sounds like, free pizza on Friday. It sounds like vote for us, and it also
Coke in the water fountains.
It sounds very sexy, and soda too. It sounds very sexy to think like, because who's going to argue against no bills? You think there's going to be people just picketing on the side of the road going, first they came for our property taxes and now they want our bills.
The thing that's bad about this, I'll just use a simple word. The thing that's bad about this to me is it can seem enticing. And the enticing thing is like, hey, would you rather have less stress? Do you think people deserve to get health care? Yeah, I do. Do you think we should have better public transportation? Yeah, I actually do.
Would love that.
These things are attractive to most people. And then when you look at the ideas behind the companies, or not the companies, but the parties that are pushing all of this, that these are not the goals. The goals are not the simple things. It's a Mott and Bailey. You make a simple argument to get people to the radical change you want. Known Badger says that's why it's democratic socialism, not just socialism. That is literally what I just read from the DSA website. That is them telling you what they want to do. Barbecue Baby says capitalism isn't working in America right now. The fact that I can watch you post that on a television screen and you're on YouTube watching a high-speed version of an HD stream of this exact feed and not worrying about what you need for dinner tonight, and probably a couple extra pounds around your belly probably proves you wrong. Yeah, that's what I would say. But these are the kind of things we have. And I think people will get lured into a lot of this stuff. And as I said, it's attractive. We've got problems. But the solution to our problems for me is to reward people for good work. And that, I think, is something that for some reason has fallen by the wayside. Why? I don't know. But if you agree, let me know. Send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or a dispatch over on the website right now. Okay, let's see here. We actually have to have you want to take a quick break here? Because Fishback hasn't done anything other than I saw that somebody said, oh, his opponent, because he was kind of teasing that he had this big thing about a crime that his opponent did. This is James Fishback, who's running for governor of Florida. Then somebody said, Byron Donalds voted in the 2000 presidential election while serving felony probation and registered as a Democrat. On October 16, 2000, Donalds was sentenced after pleading no contest to a second-degree bank fraud felony charge in Florida. 3 weeks later, he voted. The correction on this is that he was eligible to vote because adjudication was withheld, so no felony conviction under Florida law, so it wasn't voter fraud. But Fishback is like, voter fraud is utterly disqualifying, but that's not what my press conference is about. It's a different crime.
So he's playing it. Oh, that's a good guess. It's a good guess.
Not it. Well, it's not even a good guess because it wasn't actually a crime that they pointed out.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we get this bombshell news. We know that we're going to do the hot sheet when we come back. I've got some very, very shocking news from the world of baseball that I have to share with you, and a whole bunch more as we continue on the show. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check.
Hello. Oh, my headphones are still on. Welcome behind the scenes, YouTubers. Hit that like button, please. I'd appreciate that. My mom is from Calabria. What is Calabria? My mom is from Calabria. Calabria? Waterboy says, this is exactly what I said yesterday. Fishback thinks he has something good, but he doesn't. I think he's just making stuff up. Chaos says, Sean, it's easy. Ask them to name a part of socialism that isn't funded by capitalism. Name one. The Scandinavian countries still support their system with capitalism. Of course they do. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely they do. But the bigger concern is it's about the stated goals of these people. With the DSA in particular, their stated goals from the heads of the Democratic Socialist Party are to bring down capitalism, to bring down the American empire, to abolish the Senate, to abolish the Supreme Court, to abolish capitalism. And when you do that, something that, by the way, just so you know, has never been done in the history of the country. There's never been any true socialist government because it's that ridiculous of an idea, and people are well aware of it. It's never been tried. I guess the closest it's been historically would be maybe the Khmer Rouge, where the Khmer Rouge took over in an actual radical uprising, right? Like this is the revolution that some of these people dream of. And the Khmer Rouge took over in a radical uprising, forced everybody out of their homes. Look this up if you think I'm lying. Forced everybody out of their homes and into the forests in this communist uprising. And then in the forests, the people had to start rebuilding their lives and communities and start surviving. Their homes were given to party leaders and other people that had nothing to do with them or their household. All property was abolished. The entire system was upended, and they started delegating jobs to people that they had no idea how to do. You're a farmer now. Congratulations, you're a farmer. Go farm. Bring us back some food. And I believe millions of people died. Let's see. Just so you don't think I'm making things up. Hello? Hello?
Hey there.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Khmer Rouge and how many people died under their power? What happened?
Yeah, the Khmer Rouge were a radical communist movement that seized power in Cambodia from 1975 to 79 under Pol Pot. They forced people out of cities, shut down schools, banned religion, and tried to create an agrarian utopia. In practice, it meant mass forced labor, starvation, disease, torture, and executions. It's horrific. The death toll is estimated around 1.5 to 2 million people out of a population of roughly 7 to 8 million at that time.
Okay, I want you to think about that for a second. 1.5 to 2 million people out of 8 million people. I want you to consider this because these people aren't playing games. A lot of them have this same sort of shared ideology. When they tried the closest thing to this from the Khmer Rouge, 2 million people out of 8 million people died. They literally lost a fourth of their population because their ideas were so stupid and people didn't want to go against the social pressure. I am telling you, and I will get off of politics after this, stop resisting the social pressure of these people. Say how you feel. 10 toes down on how you actually feel about things in your life, what you feel is right, what you feel is wrong. Do not turn into a coward because you're afraid what these people are going to say if you don't agree with them. Say what you mean and what you feel and what you believe. I don't care how crazy it seems or how outside of the social norm or whatever. Comrade, Key West, comrade. Hey, Key West, I'm headed your way. I'm headed your way. This show is based, I figured they'd be woke. I'm woke on Woke Wednesdays, but today is not a Woke Wednesday. It's a throbber of a Thursday. Throbber Thursdays. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're coming back with a hot sheet right now. Second half of the show, explosive. Not like Cyclospora explosive. Just like explosive in a good way. Some pretty crazy updates on the way for you, too. Stand by. Here we go.
On the line, flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
Thank you, Waterboys, for the 5 gifted premium subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com.
And happy birthday.
Oh, look at that. Happy birthday, Waterboys. Look at that guy go. We deserve a little bit of a round of applause.
Also, I have some magnets that I owe you.
Oh, yeah. They sent some back. I don't know. The post office. Don't get me started on the post office. It's a whole thing. Okay.
Ready for a fun rant, everybody?
I do want to talk about, there's this like whole Kentucky organ donation group that they shut down, which sounds weird, but trust me, is way more exciting and controversial than you would think. We'll get to that. An update on that Max Miller politician guy who seems to be burying himself every time he opens his mouth. We'll talk about that. A shocker from Taco Bell. We'll Taco Bell about that. That and much more on the way. But right now, let's do the hot sheet.
Hot sheet. It's news. but not like real important news.
Best investigative reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the Hot Sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. The top 5 stories in the nonsense news brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And, you know, I'm not surprised that this statement was released, but you have to at least expect the blowback. You got to know that when you say things like this, people are not going to lose the irony in it. Perez Hilton's team is speaking out after the blogger was transported to a hospital following the disturbing live stream we all heard about this week. Mm-hmm. The agent for Perez Hilton, Dante Rusciotelli, Dante R.
I believe you.
Says in a statement, at this time, we do not have any additional confirmed information to share regarding Perez Hilton's condition. Our focus remains on Perez's health, recovery, and the privacy of both him and his family during this incredibly difficult time.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
He mentions privacy 2 more times.
Yeah.
About Perez Hilton. Grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from fans, blah, blah, blah. We respectfully ask that everyone continue to honor his privacy while he receives the care he needs. And then later on at the bottom of the statement, until we have confirmed information, we will not speculate or comment further. We appreciate everyone's concern and ask that his privacy be respected during this time. And the comment section just is as predictable. I mean, the fact that a guy like Perez Hilton, like Perez Hilton, who has made a name for himself on not respecting people's privacy, now it's his turn. And so, but other than that, not a whole lot of news on that guy. Just people kind of diving through the posts that led up to this week. And
did you see this? It's an update from Perez Hilton team and family where they said,
no.
Many of you reached out with concern. We're incredibly grateful for the overwhelming amount of love, support. We can confirm that Perez Hilton, after this like bloody live stream where he like cut himself up and stuff, is receiving medical care, and our family's focus right now is on his well-being. Yeah, then the privacy thing. I think that's from maybe the same statement, possibly.
Probably. Anyway. I mean, I would assume that it's not him updating his website right now, but maybe. I thought there was at least one picture from the hospital, unless that was old. Sydney Sweeney is doing a bit of good for the citizens of her home state of Washington, and she's using her partnership with American Eagle, her very controversial American Eagle partnership, to help out. It says the 2 of them, Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle, are extending wildfire relief for the home state of Washington starting Friday, running through August 31st. Anybody shopping at American Eagle, online or in stores, can donate to relief efforts at checkout by rounding up the total on any purchase or contributing an amount of their choosing. Sydney and boyfriend Scooter Braun, who's famous for pissing off every woman in the music business, remain boots on the ground in Spokane, Washington, where sources previously said they've been bringing food to firefighters, preparing and distributing meals, helping displaced families secure food and shelter.
Wow.
Volunteering with...
That's good. Like, everybody's got to be on board with that, right?
You would think, yeah. I mean, it would be hard to go, hey, this is the same people that did the Sydney Sweeney has great genes. And they had a whole big thing over that campaign in July of last year. Their collaboration continued this year with its Sid for Short collection, but donations at American Eagle will go to Second Harvest. They've also worked with World Central Kitchen in Spokane. I didn't notice this. I don't think it showed up on New Music Monday or anything, but there was a fake song, and I haven't heard of a hack like this. There was a fake song. Somebody got into the Apple Music account for the singer David, the rapper, who's currently on trial for a very horrific murder of an underage girl. And they posted a song called I Did It.
They actually got a song uploaded and everything?
They got it uploaded, and for a short time, it looked to users as if David himself had released a track called I Did It. It was briefly uploaded to the singer's hacked Apple Music profile in late July. The unauthorized track featured an impersonated voice and a disturbing cover art of his Tesla in a tow yard, exploiting his ongoing first-degree murder case. The voice mimicked him singing about 14-year-old victim Celeste Rivas Hernandez, naming her directly and referencing specific details from the case. The track went viral as some listeners mistakenly treated the AI style or impersonated audio as a real confession, highlighting a known streaming loophole exploited by internet trolls.
Damn.
It has since been pulled off the platform. Speaking of being pulled off of a platform, Miss North Carolina USA has been stripped of her crown for alleged racist posts. Now, this is no new story. Somebody gets some sort of accolade, somebody gets some sort of attention, and then they go through their entire social media profile and try to nitpick every little thing that they might have done wrong in their past. However, it was unique to me in this one because the North Carolina, the Miss USA pageant, they wouldn't go into specifics about what was said. It was just the CEO, Tom Broder, said Brittany Bolton House has agreed to step down from her role as Miss North Carolina after her conduct violated the standards of the pageant organization. But this publication called NC Beat did go into a little more specifics, said Bolton House allegedly wrote a bunch of racially charged social media posts using an alias called Sosa the Stallion from 2017 to 2019. I've never heard of them finding somebody like this because of an alias before, unless it wasn't a very good alias.
Like it's like a Megan Thee Stallion kind of knockoff thing she was doing. What did she write? Did it say what she posted?
It just says, according to the news site, Bolton House repeatedly used the N-word while describing herself as toxic in the posts. And but unless the alias directly identified herself as the person doing it, it's interesting to me that they found that. But she's now stepped down amicably with the pageant organization, and she ain't Miss North Carolina no more.
Damn, they booted her, huh?
Yeah. It is not a good week to be Jared Leto's career. He is just things are not going well in the Leto camp. He has reportedly lost out on a role in Barry Levinson's political thriller Assassination as sexual misconduct allegations against him continue to mount. And then there's another film that's reportedly in trouble too. The casting loss isn't the only project affected. NBC News reports that Lunik Heist, the Soviet spacecraft heist film Leto is attached to at Disney's Searchlight Pictures, has also stalled, even though it still remains listed as in pre-production on IMDb. Jared Leto reportedly denied all the allegations, issued a statement denying every single one from the documentary against him, saying, "I have never sexually assaulted anyone in my entire life," and said the claims are absolutely and categorically false. This also says not even the first time he's had allegations against him. Not a good time to be in the Jared Leto career. And when he was just kind of coming back.
Yeah, he was just cruising. He's in a rock band. He's an actor. He's had a lot of success, and it didn't look good for him, honestly.
At the box office this weekend, it's coming. It's here. It's finally here. They did the viral marketing campaign with Limp Bizkit, and now Super Troopers 3 comes to the big screen from Searchlight Pictures this weekend, starring Brian Cox, Lisa Gilroy, Jay Chandrasekhar, and Hannah Simone. That's for the big Super Troopers fans. Will be available for you. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people posting about on social media, Tony from A24, the drama about Anthony Bourdain's life with this Dominic Sessa playing Anthony Bourdain. Right. And Antonio Banderas is in it as well. From some of the trailers and stuff that I've seen, the guy does a good job playing Bourdain, I think.
All right, okay.
And it might be an interesting watch. A horror thriller called Ice Cream Man with Eli Roth. A family limited release called Cat Video Fest 2026. And let me tell you, when I read this sheet that has like the names and like over here, it says like who's in it. It says Ice Cream Man with Eli Roth. Cat Video Fest 2026 with a bunch of cats.
Yeah, I like it.
So if you want to see a bunch of cats starring in a movie, and then very weird movie with Gillian Anderson, Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, which is a word I just learned yesterday on the show.
Isn't it miasma? Is it miasma?
Maybe it is. It's about a very bad smell of rotting beef. So I don't know. Maybe skip that one and just go for Super Troopers 3. Hey, if you have a quote for a mortgage and you haven't shopped it around, you're probably leaving a bunch of money on the table. That mortgage guy Don says it all the time. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is just sign the paperwork and take that first quote. Why not shop around? You shopped for the house, you shopped for your car, shop for the mortgage with thatmortgageguyDon.com. He'll let you know if you can get a better rate, and you can reach out to him. You can slide into his DMs or just email him at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thank Thank you, C-Lane. Fritz on the Street is coming up next. Now's when you get our attention. We're playing the greatest game in all of radio, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Expect some rainy conditions on some of the major roadways. There's some scattered showers rolling throughout the area. There's also a couple accidents that might slow you down. On I-4 westbound near Lake Mary, a crash off to the shoulders causing stop and go. An accident on State Road 46 at Reinhardt Road. A crash on Apopka Vineland Road near Steer Lake Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fritz on the Street. When we come back, we got to get into the drama over this Kentucky organ donation group. Something crazy happening there. We'll talk about it. We got to get to the game first, though. It's game time. And that mortgage guy, Don, is back. He's back to play. And I need somebody who wants me to represent them. Moondog says, C-Lane, pick me. That ain't for me. Unbelievable. I need somebody who wants to be my teammate. I pick you, and if you win, you get yourself a banger prize. Try to see how many magnets we have left. Let's see. The Starry Night magnets, the News Junkie magnets, 50 left. There are 50 left, and then those are gone forever. You could get yours by subscribing. And I don't know that I need to say this on air, so I'll just say it now. I made a big mistake. I would like to apologize to anybody affected by this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Yesterday when I was working on some stuff after the show, the day doesn't stop at 3 o'clock. It doesn't start at 11 o'clock. As I was working on some stuff and I got a couple of emails, I realized that when people were subscribing for secret shows and signing up for a premium account on the newsjunkie.com, it was bringing them over to the thing where you could claim merch like pins and stickers and, of course, the magnet, but it wasn't giving them any credits. It was telling them they had 0 credits. And therefore, they couldn't actually claim any of the stuff. And I think it's been doing that for a little while. I fixed it. So now if you subscribe, you will get a point and you'll be able to claim an item. Like each one of these magnets is 1 point. So a subscription, good to go. 5 gifted subs, 5 of them. That kind of thing. I fixed that problem. But I want to throw something out to you guys, and maybe you guys can help me out. When other people pop into the stream and complain about this, if somebody signed up for secret shows and they just heard me talking about the magnets, I put a couple of them aside for people who didn't see an option to claim one. You just said, well, I heard him talking about it and I signed up and I just expect one to arrive. You're not on my radar like that. So if you didn't actually claim one of these on the website after you subscribed, but you did subscribe, email me or anybody like that. Email me tips@thenewsjunkie.com and I will take care of you. I promise. 1 HJ for each of you. All right. Apologies. Thanks, Tom. Tom for another 5. Mark says 48 left now. Well, hold on. I don't know when those 5 went through, and then did Mark just send more? And I still need somebody to fight with me. Butterballs, I'll do it. I'll do it, buddy. Me and you, man. Let's hold hands. Let's do this. Sean, Butterballs, TNJ, chat. C-Lane, Don. It says 49. That's what it says now, 49. 49 still available. But I'm so sorry. I truly apologize. If anybody comes in and they're raging at me and they're mad because I ripped them off or I didn't send them something, there was some number of people who signed up and then didn't get to claim a prize. The gifted subs have been working perfectly. If you claimed it after a gifted sub, you're good to go. Okay, that's that. I got a pretty banger clip to play for you after Fritz on the Street. And we got the Kentucky organ donation thing. It's wild and weird. Rabble, 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 rabble. Yeah, everybody settle. Settle down. Pick me, C-Lane, even though I lose every time I bet on him. Why do I feel like he hasn't won as much as he usually does, and now he's going to win? Let's ask Predicto. Predicto, it's me and Butterballs. Are we going to win Fritz on the Street, Predicto?
Now is not the right time to tell you.
That is not the news I was hoping for. That is not ideal. Butterball, we got this, man. Okay? You and me. And the power of Mega Chat all together. I just got to remember who died. Everybody else that's kind of been in the news. Capitals. Okay. All right, I'm ready.
At IDC, you buy the jewelry, we give you the getaway. Hurry, this limited time offer won't last. Get all the details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
The world's most viral newsroom, the greatest game in all of radio is coming up in just a bit, and you could win along with us. Fritz on the Street, baby. We are back. We are in effect. We got that mortgage guy, Don, on board. Hey, Don, how are you, man?
Doing good, man. Happy to be back.
Yeah, we got Don back in the seat here. He's ready to go. Fritz is with us. He's ready to go.
Lamping, baby.
Hell yeah. He's back and better, and all things are good. Hope all is well in your world, Fritz. I know you had some stuff you've been going through, and appreciate you being back on board today to kick things off. Now we got to do what we always do. Let's pick our players, because in the greatest game in all of radio, we fight for one of you. I fight for somebody, C-Land fights for somebody, and Don fights for somebody. And if we win, you win. You get your hands on a great prize. So I am picking Butterballs over on TNJ Chat. C-Lane, who have you locked in on?
Butterballs, is that plural?
Yeah, I think so. Butterballs? Okay. I think there's an S on the, Butterballs. I'm looking at it now.
Just the one.
C-Lane, who are you picking?
I picked Uncle Chris.
Uncle Chris. That's way less sexual, but still, all right.
I'm sure his are buttery.
Don, any body parts in the username you're going to be fighting for?
Negative, sir. I'm gonna play for my good buddy Nathan over at Waterboys CFL.
Hey,
the birthday
he's a
boy.
great dude.
All right, okay, we got this. We got this all under control here. We've got our players locked in. Fritz, are you ready to go?
You bet your Butterballs.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, C-Lane. Hello, Sean. Hello, that mortgage guy, Don.
Hey,
Hello,
Fritz.
Hello.
Hey.
Fritz on the Street is sponsored by That Mortgage Guy Don and Home Loans Radio every Saturday morning from 9 to 10:30 a.m. right here on Real Radio 104.1. You can listen to That Mortgage Guy Don, MJ, and me, Fritz, talk about mortgages, everything in between. And if you have any questions, you text in. It's a live interactive show each Saturday, 77031. If you have a question, we will answer it live on air. You can also follow Don on Instagram at That Mortgage Guy Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote
What?
with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Yeah. In first place with 206 points, that would be Mr. Christopher Lane.
All right.
In second place with 195 points, that would be That Mortgage Guy Don.
Yes.
Hoping to break 200 this week.
And in third place with 152 points, Mr. Sean Wasson.
Hoping to break 200 as well. I'm trying to get 40-something points here. All right.
206, 195, 152. You know the drill. 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. I go to the bar so you don't have to. Cavo's Bar and Kitchen each Tuesday night. I have my trivia, Fritz's Fun House. And then afterwards, people stick around and then they play on the radio. Play trivia, then play on the radio. Your opportunity, your chance to pick up a bonus point, chime in as I'm saying the question or afterwards. And then you got to guess out of 8 people how many got it right. Everyone cool?
Yeah, I am cool.
Super cool.
Do this thing.
Question number 1. Last week, 10 were killed in an avalanche on Broad Peak in which South Asian country?
Sean. Nepal?
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
Vietnam.
Vietnam is incorrect.
Can you read it again?
You got it. Last week, 10 were killed in an avalanche on Broad Peak in which South Asian country?
Pakistan.
That is correct.
Oh, my God. Not even fair.
A famous mountaineer died. Don, out
He
of
even
8...
said it fancy.
He's probably been there or something. Don's like, it was the winter of 2015. I was.
He just flew back.
I had to wait for the memory circuits to kick in.
Yeah.
You're like, I climbed that beast of a mountain. Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Pakistan?
2.
2.
I'll say 1.
1 for Sean.
I'm going to go 0.
And a goose egg for C-Lane. Question number 1 with answers of 0, 1, and 2. Last week, 10 were killed in an avalanche on Broad Peak in which South Asian country?
South Korea?
Bangladesh? Pakistan.
Pakistan? Cambodia?
Pakistan.
That would be 5.
These people know their Pakistan questions.
All right.
It would appear so.
They're more of That Mortgage Guy Don than they are C-Lane and Sean.
Yes.
So, all right. Now we learned something.
No points awarded on that one besides Don chiming in for that bonus point. Question 2. What British holiday is celebrated on December 26th? C-Lane.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day is correct. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Boxing Day? Do you know why it's called Boxing Day?
Because you're throwing away all the boxes from your Christmas presents?
That is correct.
All right. Another point.
No, it's not.
Holiday.
And they said, let's make this a holiday. Here we go.
7.
7.
It's a completely different day for Ben Folds.
5.
5 for Sean.
I'm going to go 8.
And 8 for Don. Question 2 with answers of 5, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's picking up 2 points. And C-Lane, that was a good brick joke. What British holiday is celebrated on December 26th?
Boxing Day. Boxing Day?
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. Boxing Day. Boxing Day.
That would be 8. So Don is picking up 2 points. C-Lane with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point.
I'm telling you, Fritz, he probably feels like he just won 2 points because when he makes an esoteric joke and gets at least 1 laugh out of it, nothing makes his day more. This guy, he'll be like, it's like that time the lead singer of Milli Vanilli did, blah, blah, blah. And I'll go, what? And then one person will get it, and then he'll be so happy.
Yeah, he starts strutting around.
He does. He gets, like a cock with a walk or whatever.
Puffs his chest out. Not only am I funny, I'm also a dad.
Mine just stays in place.
Question 3 now. Over the weekend, 3 were killed in a shooting at which California... Don.
In-N-Out Burger?
In-N-Out Burger is correct. Full question. Over the weekend, 3 were killed in a shooting at which California-based fast food restaurant? Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said In-N-Out Burger?
I'm going to have faith in these folks again. I'm going to say 8.
8.
7 for me.
7 for C-Lane.
5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 3. With answers of 5, 7, and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their In-N-Out Burger shooting. Over the weekend, 3 were killed in a shooting at which California-based fast food restaurant?
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. In-N-Out. In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out.
That would be 8. So Don is picking up 2 points, and C-Lane with a guess of 7, picking up 1 point. Upcoming is question 4. That's halfway through Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I'll tell you so far who is winning on Fritz on the Street.
I have a good idea. I think it ain't me. I know that.
You might be pleasantly surprised, Sean.
All right.
After
how bad you're doing.
After question
jerk.
After question 4. In 1984, the supergroup Band-Aid formed to raise famine relief funds for which African country? Don.
Ethiopia.
That is correct. Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Ethiopia?
7.
7 for Don.
4.
4 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 4, 6, and 7. In 1984, the supergroup Band-Aid formed to raise famine relief funds for which African country?
South Africa.
Ethiopia.
Nigeria.
Ethiopia. Nigeria. Uganda.
Ethiopia. Sudan.
That would be 3. So C-Lane with a guess of 4, picking up 1 point. And after 4 with 4 remaining in first place with 7 points, we have Don/Nathan. In second place with 4 points, C-Lane/Uncle Chris. And in third place with 0 points, Sean/Butterballs.
Why did you say I might be pleasantly surprised? I started to think, I was like, well, did I get something I didn't know about? Okay.
I thought maybe you would know famine relief funds.
Well, the second half, that's when I'm really going to turn things around here for me and the Balls guy.
That's
How many
right,
do I
baby.
have?
You have 7.
Oh.
Dick.
That's 7 more than Sean. That's unbelievable.
That's the most callous thing I've ever heard
Sean
of.
plus 7 is Don.
He's just counting them over there. Let's see, 1, 2.
I thought you said 4, so I thought there was an error.
That was me.
Okay.
Don's like this next level humble bragging.
Yeah.
Don's like the dude in Grandma's Boy that's like, high score. Did I break it? What's that mean?
Am I in trouble? Question 5 now with 4 remaining. Singer-songwriter Glenn Hansard passed away at the age of 56, most notable for winning an Oscar for which 2006 film?
I saw this and I don't even remember.
One more time.
Singer-songwriter Glenn Hansard passed away at the age of 56, most notable for winning an Oscar for which 2006 film?
C-Lane, Euro Trip.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Euro Trip.
Sounded so confident. I thought you were right.
It was 2004.
I have no idea. I don't know.
So is that a pass?
Yeah, I'll pass.
I passed too. I have no clue.
That would be once. Once. Don, you got question 4, right? We will start with you out of 8 answers. How many
The
do you
number of
think
times
said
I haven't
once?
even seen it.
Ditto. How about 0?
Goose egg for Don.
1.
1 for C-Lane.
Nothing I have been doing has been working. So,
Go
7.
8. Okay.
7. Going 7.
And 7 for Sean. Question 5 with answers of 0, 1, and 7. Singer-songwriter Glenn Hansard passed away at the age of 56, most notable for winning an Oscar for which 2006 film?
It's falling softly, but isn't it once? Once.
Once. Airbud 2.
Once.
Once.
No idea.
Pass.
That would be 5.
Oh,
wow.
How the hell?
Yeah, these people are all from the Motion Picture Academy out there.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, when I heard that he died, it was, once star, once guy, once. So it was like, okay,
Wow.
I remember that movie. 3 questions remaining now. Question 6. Which harmless snake is often confused with the venomous coral snake?
Sean.
Don.
King snake.
King snake is correct. Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said king snake?
5.
5.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
I'm going to say 3.
And 3 for Sean. Question 6 with answers of 3, 5, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their sneaky snakes. Who is it? Which harmless snake is often confused with the venomous coral snake?
King snake. Ooh, the king snake.
King snake. Scarlet king snake.
The king snake.
No, yeah, rat snake.
King snake?
Milk snakes.
So I looked up. Milk snakes are technically king snakes, so I was like, all right, I give him. Well, I wasn't going to argue with him. So that's 7. C-Lane with your guess of 7, picking up 2 points. And we now move on to question 7. In a major blow to the Trump administration, all vandalism charges involving the reflecting pool. Sean.
Damn it. I was going to say reflecting pool. Olympian?
That is incorrect.
I'd like to hear
Don?
Janine Pirro.
Oh, my God. Yes, that's correct. Wow. Jeez. Full question. In a major blow to the Trump administration, all vandalism charges involving the reflecting pool were dropped by which U.S. attorney? Janine Pirro. Pirro is correct. Don, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Pirro?
6.
6.
2.
2 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 2, 4, and 6. In a major blow to the Trump administration, all vandalism charges involving the reflecting pool were dropped by which U.S. attorney?
I don't know her name.
Janine Pirro.
I don't watch Fox News.
No idea.
Oh, an awesome one.
Janine Pirro. Pirro. Yay. Oh, Blanche?
That would be 3. So C-Lane with a guess of 2, and Sean with a guess of 4, picking up a point. 1 point for each of them. Question 8 is now underway.
Just in time for the recap, Sean.
Yeah.
Wow.
But before we get into question 8, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 9 points, Don/Nathan. In second place with 7 points, C-Lane/Uncle Chris. And in third place with 1 point, Sean/Butterballs. Question 8 goes like this. We've asked all of these capitals before. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia? C-Lane.
Sean.
What's the Riyadh?
Riyadh's correct.
Son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Nicely
I was like,
done.
what's the Comedy Fest? The Comedy Fest.
Oh, nice work, actually.
Yeah. C-Lane, you got that right out of 8 answers.
It's not me knowing geography, Sean. No, not at all.
Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Riyadh?
I'm going to go with 5.
5.
6.
6 for Sean.
5 seems like the right thing to do.
You would.
And
You would.
5 for Don. Question 8 with answers of 5 and
Let me tie you.
5 and 6. What is the capital of Saudi Arabia?
You're wrong, Don.
Riyadh.
Riyadh. Riyadh. Riyadh?
Riyadh? Riyadh.
Whoa.
Riyadh?
Wow.
8.
Wow.
We've never gotten, I don't think, 8, besides me asking what was the capital of Florida that one time. And even then we got 7. So very nicely done. No points awarded on that one. And we end the day thusly in first place with 9 points. Don/Nathan, congratulations.
All right.
Sweet man, that Nathan. In second place with 8 points, C-Lane/Uncle Chris. And in third place with 1 point, Sean/Butterballs. That means in first place. And still leading on Fritz on the Street with 214 points, Christopher Lane.
Do you need me to do Sean's math for you?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
In second place with 204 points, that mortgage guy, Don. And in third place with 153 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank
you,
Fritz.
Wow, unbelievable. Not a good performance by me, but always a good performance by Fritz. A very, very talented guy. And always doing Fritz's Funhouse Trivia. If you're out there looking to treat yourself, have a little fun. Fritz, how often is it that when you're doing Fritz's Funhouse Trivia, you have a situation like the milk snake kind of thing? When you're doing trivia and you say, here's the answer, and somebody's like throwing a flag on the field challenging it?
It happens
is that
probably once every quarter or so. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to, it's my game. I'll just give you points.
I saw some lady hosting a trivia, and she had people challenge her on 3 questions in a row.
Wow.
I was like, Fritz would never drop the ball like this. And
I don't know that I would.
Never.
I would
bad.
feel weird doing the challenging.
Me too.
I don't want to be a dick about it.
People were like, each question, she would say what the answer was, and then afterwards, like, whoa, like it would be like a hubbub, like a robble kind of thing.
Because I was at a trivia night that was vastly inferior to Fritz's one time, and one of the questions was, "What is the scale by which an earthquake is measured?" And I was like, I bet this guy's wrong. I bet, and he wanted Richter as the answer.
Did you punch him in the face?
I wanted to.
Yeah, didn't know.
For not accepting the moment magnitude scale, which is the correct answer.
What a nerd.
Yeah, what am I going to do? Go up to the podium and be an absolute dick? Sorry, sir. It's the moment's magnitude scale. You're wrong. The Richter is years ago.
Make sure you're following him on all social media platforms over at thenewsjunkie.com/share. It's Fritz. We love him. You do too. Fritz, we'll see you next time, buddy.
Bye.
There he goes. Don, you going to hang out with us for a bit?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay, we got some things to go over with Don. We got a lot more viral clips to get to today before we wrap it up. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Peace, love, unity, respect.
I would wear my knuckles down to a nub punching people in the place.
Oh, I thought it was just because you drag them.
The Jim Colbert.
Balls guy, Butterballs. So sorry. I really let you down. I apologize. I'm embarrassed. I'm legitimately embarrassed for what's happened. Movie theaters are now blocking Meta's spy glasses. People who wear them, the Meta glasses, are complaining that they're being blocked from venues just for wearing the glasses. Thinking of Tom Tom. Let me work these in on the scoreboard. Happy birthday, Waterboys with 5. Lisa, let me get you up on there for your donated subs. Jason Wheeler, there you are, buddy. How about this guy? You know him, you love him. DJ Rage with 10 gifted subscriptions. Big support from DJ Rage. And thank you, of course, to Tanya Morgan. There she is. Appreciate you. Tanya, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Those are a huge help. Couldn't do it without you. Honest to God. Honest to G. We got your dispatches and TTS jokes and all sorts of other stuff coming up in a bit. Meta's spy glasses banned from pubs, bars. Bars are banning people with the Meta glasses, the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. They're saying, not here. Movie theaters, I get. You don't want people like, could you pirate the movie on? Maybe you could. Restaurants are saying no. Can't do it. And in retaliation for all of this, DuckDuckGo, the anonymous search website, has launched a pair of glasses of their own that are called normal effing sunglasses. And they do absolutely nothing. The DuckDuckGo sunglasses sold out in minutes. GrimFX, thank you for the 23 months. Thank you. The problem with banning the Meta glasses, you can get them with prescription lenses. Is that true? That's cool. Dig that. Who's DJ Rage? You know who he is. You know who he is. So a person might legitimately not have another pair of prescription glasses on you. Yeah, I guess that's the risk. I mean, look, we can both understand if a movie theater says, I don't want somebody with the Meta glasses, we both get that, right? Huge copyright issues. A bar, what's a bar worried about? Somebody being creepy? Is that what it is? My monitor just flashed. Hello? That's not good. Oh. That has not happened before. Bit of an emergency. Oh, there we go. We're back. Had a bit of a flicker going on there. I think there's something happening with a converter that's underneath the broadcast desk. We'll get to that eventually. 2 minutes and we're back live. The spider curse, yes, strikes again. The spider curse strikes again. The spider curse has hit like 4 people who got the original spider curse magnet. I told you. That's why those were so limited. As are these suckers. There was only 250 of these. That's it. Only 250. Let's see how many we have left. Get yours by subscribing to a premium account on thenewsjunkie.com. Claim that as your bonus item. Still at 49, this says. Or gift some subscriptions to gobble up the rest over at thenewsjunkie.com. Like that, Sport Johnson with the 3 gifted. Thank you, Sport Johnson. Thanks for the big support. That's a great birthday present for Waterboys' birthday. Thank you, Klaus, for the 4 months. I don't look like a mime, okay? Enough of the mime stuff. I don't look like a mime. 1 minute. By the way, Don just got a nice hat tip from, who was it? Orlando Sentinel, best local mortgage company, right? Not bad, huh? Best local mortgage company. Okay. We're coming back live on the show right now.
Playlists, podcasts, and artist stations all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Preparing you.
For the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junkie.
So it's been flying by out there. I hope it's been going fast for you, too. Maybe we'll see the end of this rainy weather at some point in time. But for now, be safe out there. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. That mortgage guy, Don, is with us. Hey, Don.
Hello, Sean.
He's hanging out with us today. Just wanted to say big congrats. I saw the Orlando Sentinel. What was best local mortgage company 2 years running now?
Yeah, two years in a row, man. I'm pretty. I don't know, a lot of gratitude for that because it's one of those that's actually voted on by the readers of the Sentinel. So it's some of those contests are kind of
nonsense.
You wonder how they get their winners, but this one's actually voted on by the people. So yeah, super happy and a lot of gratitude for that.
It's like a fan award show, when the fans actually get their chance to vote. And you said, well, these are the things that they actually like. And best local mortgage company, that mortgage guy, Don. It makes sense to us. I mean, we understand how this works.
Over a dozen local companies were nominated, so I'm pretty excited.
Good company.
Do you know those
win.
people? Like, are you friendly with the competition, or is it kind of like
he hates them?
Another mortgage guy.
I've been doing mortgages in Orlando since the late 90s, so I know most of the guys. If they've been in the business for any amount of time, we all kind of know each other. So it's a friendly rivalry. It's kind of like the the celebrity poker tournament. It's a friendly rivalry.
Okay.
I don't know. Some people that is not as friendly. Some people take it very seriously. Is there anybody in the mortgage business who does oh God, there is a real bad blood thing between these two people? They're going to square off at some point in time. Has there been a fight ever between two mortgage guys?
Mortgage
fight.
I don't know. What are they going to pull out some calculators and figure out some numbers and have a math off.
I've been watching clips of chess boxing. All right, anything with a twist can pop off and be a really, really, really big thing. So
I don't know what chess boxing is. What's chess boxing?
It's just what it sounds like, Don. It's that they box. They're in the middle of boxing, and then they play a little bit of chess, and then they go back to boxing, and you have to be good at both of them.
You watch that?
I just saw it for
Sounds
a little while.
Terrible.
Why does it sound terrible?
I don't know. It just sounds boring.
Wow.
I'm intrigued. I want to see that. I like chess, and I've done some boxing, but not since I was in the Army. But I'd like to watch it. I think that sounds pretty interesting.
Sealand, the same guy who's very particular about the scale for measuring earthquakes.
I'm particular about accuracy, okay, Sean?
Yeah,
and I think chess boxing.
Chess and boxing.
To call chess boxing weird is very accurate.
It sounds cool. I think most people want to do it. Chess boxing is big. There's probably millions of views on those things. Let me see. I'll check.
You got to be like a Renaissance man to be a chess boxer. Yeah.
Brain and brawn.
Yeah. My dad, when I was little, had one of those computers with the actual floppy disks, like the 5 1/4, the ones that actually did the floppy, like flopped. And he had a chess game where it was the most basic of animation, but when you made a move and you killed somebody's other character, it would like animate and dominate the person, like destroy. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun.
This is kind of how it works. Look, here it is right here. This is it. They're boxing. They play chess. They go back and forth. You got to be strong and you got to be smart, like Don said. It's a big deal out there.
So they take the board out of the ring during the boxing part, and then they're sitting there in the ring playing chess with their gloves on. It's hilarious.
Although I think it would be better if they kept the chess board in the ring. I think that they could do that. Is this it?
He picks up a white rook and he moves it down the G file. I look at my king and I look at his king and I'm like, I'm definitely the white pieces. Like he picked up the wrong colored piece and moved it down the board. Like,
yeah, I like how they do this. I don't know how he would have been confused. And while we're punching each other in the face as hard as we can, and the guy switched up his chess pieces. Chess boxing, it's taking over the world. Trust me. Don't let Sealand convince you on this one.
I'm fine being the odd man out on chess boxing.
It just gave me a new idea, though. I'm thinking, how about some slap Monopoly or something like that?
We could. It turns
I've
out
seen
that
a
way
couple
anyways.
Monopoly games erupted into slap Monopoly.
Yeah, it goes in that direction. I did see some of the headlines today. Tell us if this is good news, bad news, if this is going to last for a while. The Associated Press was saying mortgage rates rise for the 5th straight week. Is this like what's is this related to like wars? What's causing this? What are we looking at here for people?
Yeah, I would disagree with what they said about the for 5 straight weeks. It's definitely related to the war, 100%. Every time oil prices move up, the rates get a little worse every time. There's talk of the Strait of Hormuz being closed, the rates go up a little bit. And then the converse, like on Monday, they're talking about, okay, we're about to come to an agreement. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the rates have, went down. And it was directly responding to the news. And the rates as of yesterday were the lowest they've been in 2 weeks. So it's something that's constantly up and down. So at whatever moment in time you decide to report on it, you can come up with some sort of tagline. But they've been, for the month of July, they basically moved kind of sideways. A little up one day and then better the next and so forth.
See, that's why it's important sometimes to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about, like Dawn, because you might see the headlines. It might scare you out of making a move on a house that you really want or like a refinance or something. And it might be a mistake, but there's some sort of maybe the headlines aren't lying, but they're just not giving you the full context of what this decision really means and what's ahead for you.
A big part of what I do with my clients is by knowing this news and by watching this stuff every day, day in and day out, hour by hour, what's going on with the rates. I help them advise, when to lock the rate in. I might say, no, we don't want to lock today. Let's look at tomorrow. Things are trending this way or that way. So it's really important to know exactly when the right time to lock.
What is the? You might not want to say this. I didn't even think about it until I started asking the question. Just say no if you don't want to answer.
Okay.
What's the highest mortgage, the highest number that you've gotten for somebody? Like millions?
I do commercial loans, so we've had some of those in the 15 to 20 million range.
What?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? See, like, should I talk about this thing that happened yesterday, or should we? You know how I am.
Are you texting me about it, or
I already texted you about it?
The thing that happened yesterday.
I'm feeling kind of left out right now.
Okay, I'll tell you, Don. I'll tell you, but don't show my laptop right
I'm
now.
not showing your laptop. Oh,
okay.
You can talk about it.
Somebody tried to make a donation. Probably the person that was behind that mortgage guy, Don. Somebody tried to donate subscriptions to secret shows yesterday, and the pay didn't go through. Like the charge didn't go through, and I was like, okay, what's this one? And I looked. Somebody tried to donate. Look at this. You can show.
Oh, I can show this now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it has
somebody
the person's email address.
So no, it doesn't. Does it?
Yes, it does.
Where?
On the bottom.
No, there's no.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. Right.
Well, I already showed it for us. Okay.
Don't worry. But shh. Okay. There it is.
Okay.
Somebody tried to donate $4.1 million worth of subscriptions over on the newsjunkie.com. And I was like, what happened here? Like, they put their credit card in and everything. Wow. The payment failed because the amount was too high. They tried to gift $4.1 million worth of secret show subscriptions. And I go, who was the person behind this? Maybe it was some really rich, famous person. Maybe it's like one of that mortgage guy Don's buddies or something. What's going on? And then I looked, and it was from Chef Chicks Have Huge Balls. And I thought, okay, with a Z on the end of that.
And the huge is all in caps.
Yeah. Huge. So I thought, well, maybe they just wanted to really support the show with a $4.1 million donation. But it was
like
so
69,000 gifted subs.
Hang on. Can I show? Let me see. Don't show this. Don't show this. Okay, I got it. Oh, no.
All right.
Well, hold on. Give me a
Just
second.
take my word for it. It was 69,000.
I want to show the people. I want to. Damn it. Now I can't. Now I was 69,000 subscriptions. No, 692,000 subscriptions they tried to gift at $4.14 million. So it didn't go through. But we want to let you know, if you do want to offload just absolutely shocking amounts of money like that, we will allow you to. We can find a way.
So we're actually very mad at our payment processor right now for denying that charge.
Oh, it was too much money they were trying to send us? Yeah, okay.
Send it to me. I'll buy the subs a little at a time.
Just a bit, yeah. There's a couple at a time. That'll gobble them all up one by one. We were so close. But if you need a mortgage, and that doesn't need to be a $15 million, $20 million commercial mortgage. Maybe it's just, regular run-of-the-mill mortgage for your house of your dreams.
Is there a minimum? Like on the other side of Sean's question, is there a mortgage that is so low, or a number so low that a bank will just be like, no, just pay the money?
Yeah, I mean, you have to put some realism with it, because there are rules of how much we can charge on a mortgage. There's caps. Caps. Overall fees can't be above 3%. So if it's like say a $50,000 mortgage, you can't charge enough money to do the loan. So our minimum on mortgages is around $100,000, and on home equity lines around $50,000.
Yeah. Well, don't make mistakes no matter what amount of money you're tossing at this, because it could mean a lot of money. Don has told us before, you make a mistake, you think you could do it by yourself, you go with somebody who's actually working for the seller, whatever. There's a million different mistakes you can make. And that could lead to you paying thousands of dollars more every month than you should be. Be smart. Reach out to the expert who's going to help you out and guide you through the process. That mortgage guy, Don. And congratulations, Don.
Thank you.
2 years running over the Orlando Sentinel for the best local mortgage company.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. Good to see you. And this week, back in the saddle, somebody said, I was so pissed off. I went to listen to that Mortgage Guy Don show this weekend, and it wasn't a live one. Is he back this week? Yes. He is, right?
We're going to be live, me, Fritz, and MJ on Saturday, 9 a.m.
Nice. There you go. Live and back at you this week. That Mortgage Guy Don. Thanks for hanging out with us, man.
My pleasure. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, C-Lane.
Absolutely.
All right, there he goes. When we come back, we'll get into jury duty. I'll talk to you about this Kentucky organ donation group that's been controversial in the news. What the hell's happening here? Is it really as weird as they say? We'll listen to the press conference and see what juicy stuff comes up. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
At Real Radio, we don't do robots. We're guaranteed human. Use the TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app and prove you are too.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Running back Jonathan Taylor.
All right. We were so close. 4.1 million subs would really have brought us to 100% of the goal. Currently, our freedom and independence goal stands at, and this is like with gifted subscriptions and Secret Show subscribers, we're at 23.5%, I think. 23.5% of goal. If we get to 100%, we don't need no stinking corporations. We don't need the FCC telling us what we can do. When this 3-year deal is up, if we can hit that 100% mark, we're off and running, baby. No one can tell us what to do. So support the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. You messed up? What did I mess up? Huh? Bootsy? If that is your real name, what did I mess up? Uh-oh. Hang on. A little dust on there. Sorry about that. You could have been rich? What am I supposed to do? To the person who attempted to donate 690,000 subscriptions to the tune of $4 million. If you would please try that again and call your bank beforehand. And if it still doesn't go through, call me and, or email me. We'll get it set up. We'll take in that $4 million. When I become a famous streamer, Sean, I'll donate $1 million. Thank God. That's why I'm betting on you. If we get to 100%, I want to see you run naked on secret shows. Done. Sean, is it possible for you to add Google Play as another form of payment? Maybe. I'll look into that, Mike. That could have been Sun State John's burner account. True. All right, everybody. On YouTube, take a moment, if you don't mind, and hit that like button. That helps out with the stream. You guys have been a little better about that lately, but now's the time to do it. Hit that like button over on the YouTube stream at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. YouTubers, you can also help by watching the new videos front to back, making a comment to show the algorithm that you like what you're seeing. Now let me get this clip ready here. Then we got a woman who was discovered with like 12 fake IDs for some reason. We'll look into what that lady was up to. And just for you local folks, I saw the Orlando baseball team is seeking $975 million for their stadium, the Orlando Dreamers. $975 million. Let's just say $1 billion, right? Let's just say $1 billion. I want you to think about this for a second. The Orlando Dreamers, a prospective baseball team for the MLB, wants $1 billion of taxpayer money to fund their stadium. Everybody that starts complaining and dooming and glooming about the taxpayer and the property tax amendment that is going to be on the ballot in November, just bring this up. Because in Orange County, this $1 billion that they want for this baseball team that nobody gives a shit about, by the way. Sorry. No one cares about the Orlando Dreamers baseball team enough to spend $1 billion on their stadium. That's 10 years of the property tax amendment. Now, call me crazy, but I think that I would rather have poor people, lower income people getting a break on their property taxes for 10 years. Every one of them who's a homeowner with a house under $250,000 getting a break for a decade on their taxpayer dollars for their property taxes, than have a friggin' stadium for a baseball team that will sit empty week after week after week. But maybe I'm crazy. They want $1 billion of taxpayer money to build a stadium for a baseball team, but they think it's going to be the end of the world if property taxes drop for the poor people. Ask yourself if that makes sense. Huh? Jury duty coming up in a minute. Here we go. Stand by.
Cardiac myosin inhibitor, the first in its class to treat adults with symptomatic OHCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active, and it reduced obstruction in the heart 4 times more.
In a 30-week study, Camzyos, mavacamten, reduced post-exercise obstruction on average 47 units of pressure versus 10 with placebo. Results may vary. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby.
Visit Camzyos.com or call 1-855-CAMZYOS. Actor Portrayal.
Gentlemen, let's have a chat real quick. If you're starting to see the symptoms of erectile dysfunction show up in the bedroom, well, it's time to talk about it. The time to not talk about it is so far behind us because there's people who want to help you. There's Premier Men's Medical Center out there ready to take your call, and they offer painless breakthrough treatments that eliminate ED and PE. No matter your age, no matter your medical history, men are performing better, lasting longer, and feeling more confident than ever. And that's key. The confidence part is a big help. Premier Men's Medical Center right here in Orlando helps guys fix the problem, not just put a Band-Aid on it. You're getting actual service from a real live medical professional, not just ordering something online and hoping it works. And 98% of patients see instant results right there in the office. You'll sit down one-on-one, get real answers, see if you're a candidate during your free consultation at Premier Men's Medical Center, but you gotta call 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533 or online at premiermensmedical.com.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services. Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit advancedairandheat.com to schedule your free estimate. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806. Terms and conditions apply.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleegroup.com.
Home of the world famous game of magnets. This
You can watch the show live or on demand. A full production, Sea Lane switching cameras, HD shots. You got like all the visuals. You can watch the show at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie if you're interested. Jason emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com about Key West. He says, good afternoon. I just got back from the Keys with my daughter and we had a great time. Oh man, I'm headed there in like a little over a month for Sea Lane's birthday. I'm escaping him and running to the Keys. And I'm excited about it. He's going to New Orleans, which is strange because normally he might go to the Keys and I would go to New Orleans. But yeah, we're going opposite
switching it up.
We are. I recommended going to Mallory Square at about 5 p.m. Have a nice dinner at the Cuban restaurant. I love good Cuban food, so I might be down for that. And stick around for the street performers. By the way, I brought a magnet with me to put on the southernmost point marker, but it was closed. There's a fake one a block away, and that seems dumb. You're right. What do they have, like a fake one for pictures?
Well, I mean, the marker itself is, in essence, fake. But
it's just a photo op. But it's a fake one?
I didn't know they'd close it.
Yeah, I never heard of that before.
I've never heard of the fake one. The southernmost point marker, which looks like a big buoy that's painted in red and black, and
people
it says
stand in front of it.
90 miles to Cuba, and the people wait in line to stand in front of it, and then there's always like some homeless guy trying to sell you a fish made out of palm fronds while you're waiting in line.
Talented though,
and but it's not the actual southernmost point. I think if you even look south, you can see more land, but there's a military base that's not really accessible behind it. But then the actual southernmost point of the continental United States is something you have to get to via boat. Because I think last time I was in Key West was for a wedding. And we were all invited down, a bunch of us, like a bunch of our downtown crew, because these were downtown people that worked at bars and restaurants. We were all invited down there, but just for the reception and for the welcome dinner. Because the actual wedding was, they boated out the bridal party, the wedding party, and the officiant to an island where they just popped up on the beach, threw the wedding there, and it was it was just an island it doesn't have any access except via boat. And I think that was closer to the southernmost point, if not the southernmost point that you could stand on.
This is fakery. He says there's a fake one block away, but that seems dumb. So I put the magnet, he put the News Junkie magnet on a random van life van instead. Bye, says Jason. Thank you.
Mallory Square is the place I told you about where everybody goes to watch the sunset.
Okay. Yeah, that's because down there, one of the things that's famous is you see the sunrise and the sunset, right? You can catch them both. You can catch both of those if you want to. Storming outside. Be careful if you're here around us locally. Drive safe and all that good stuff. And something weird, I don't know how true this is, but I'm interested. They said the United States will put this in jury duty here. In fact, let me do the intro just so it's checking the boxes.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
They shut down this Kentucky organ donation group because they said there's been some crazy failures. I'm going to play the audio of the press conference here in a second. We'll see what's happening. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com, JustCallMo.com, or go to the if you go to the website, you'll see all the information that you need, but you can also just go to your phone, 800-CALL-MO, to call him to start your case. Here's RFK talking about this Kentucky organ donation group they shut down.
HHS has become the decertification of Network for Hope, the organ procurement organization serving Kentucky and parts of Indiana, Ohio, and West Virginia. We reached this decision after
whose camera shot is this?
CMS.
It's not very close.
It's terrible.
Found persistent patient safety failures despite repeated oversight, repeated warnings, corrective action plans, and multiple opportunities to improve. Federal reviewers found serious deficiencies in nearly 30% of the cases.
So they're saying 30% of the cases they took issue with, if you believe this. The Trump administration said Wednesday will shut down a Kentucky organ donation group accused of continuing plans for organ retrieval from some patients who unexpectedly showed signs of life. Well, that's bad if true. If they're, no, I'm okay. I'm all right. Like, shut up. We've got plans for your organs already. While those surgeries were canceled, the cases made headlines several years ago, prompting a spike in people around the country revoking their organ donor registrations. BTW would encourage you not to do that because my personal experience is that my sister was saved at one point in time by a liver transplant from some young kid who unfortunately lost his life, but it extended hers for quite a long time and was a great thing. And so I want to pay back. So if I've got something in me and somebody else can use it and I'm RIP or close enough to it, maybe a little further away in their cases at some point, but I'm all for that. But it was discouraging for a lot of people, and they shut down this place.
Hate stories like these just because it's one of the conspiracy theories that people believe the most. Just has so much support where they're like, it's a business. They want your organs. Oh, it's so gross.
The black market organ donor.
No. They think that if they put organ donor on their license, their doctors won't try as hard to save them.
Oh,
that's what. Oh, hello.
All right.
Oh, buddy.
I told you it was getting a little rocky out there.
That wasn't me. I didn't hit that button.
All power just dropped in the studio. You still got me, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm still with you here, but we're going to take a quick break. Hopefully I don't die during the break. It's a little wild outside. We'll see what happens. That's kind of the joy of this show. Quick break. When we come back, a woman discovered she had not one, not two, but 12 fake something with her. What did she have? Why did she have them? We're going to investigate. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com traffic.
Everybody, send help. You guys hear this? Hang on. Stand by. Can you hear that? I mean, it sounds dicey out there. It's rough out there. Yeah. Yeah, it flickered off and on, and then, it seems like about all right now. It's pouring, though. It's coming down in sheets out there. Just been nasty. Yikes. Okay, calm down. Is that all you got? Wow. Keep your sneakers on. I'm set. I'm good. Freaky deaky, though. Now, I got to get this video up for this segment that I just promised in the Power Hour. If we can make it through it, you know what I mean? Let me see. Back in just a couple of minutes, folks. The Powerball just hit 8. Oh boy. Woo, buddy. Barely hanging on. Oh boy. Holy cow. Wow, everything is freaking. You guys still got me? Swanson? Bryce, okay. Stand by. We're in emergency mode. Everything is freaking out in here right now. I just want to let you guys know, if this is the last time I ever talk to you, thank you. But it sounds mean out there. The power keeps dropping. I'm going to try to hang on here. We're here with you, Sean. Just let us know what you need to know. We'll take it step by step. Right now, we're just trying to stay online. We got 2 minutes, and we're back. You said better fix this in time for secret shows? Fix what? What's broken? What's broken? We got a special weather statement? Oh, shit. Hang on. Austin, everything's working fine so far. Special weather statement. Possible threat to life or property. I'm in the middle of a possible threat to life or property right now. Doppler radar was tracking a thong. Doppler radar was tracking a thong. There's a thong passing over my area. Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm moving at 15 miles per hour. Gusts at 50 miles per hour, everybody. It's hitting me right now. Torrential rainfall is occurring within this storm and may lead to localized flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring within this storm. Seek safe shelter inside a sturdy building or a hardtop vehicle. Remember, lightning can strike beyond 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. When thunder roars, go indoors. The thong is out there. Oh my God, special weather statement. We're coming back. Will we make it through the rest of the show? Mr. Predicto, will we make it through the rest of the show?
It cannot be determined at this time.
He doesn't want to answer anything definitively these days. Whew! Buckle up, friends. We're in for a bumpy one. Pray for me. Pray for me and subscribe or gift subscriptions to Send Good Vibes. Or this could be the end. Gifted subscriptions save the show.
That's supershore.com.
Paid for by Supershore Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
We're common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
Man,
so good to hear your voice.
It's been good to get to know you. You know, this may be the end. This could be the
Would
final
this be
segment.
what your last words to me are?
This could be, yeah. That's why I'm trying to say I love you right now. I'm trying to tell you that I love you. Yeah, right there. I'm in the middle of an emergency. We have lost power a couple of times. Did we go offline with you during that commercial break at all? Or yeah,
Not that I know of.
Okay,
We haven't lost connection to the from the studio to studio. The important connection, the audio connection, has not been lost. But the computer that sends me the view of the studio that has all the cameras, the multi-view, is the grid, is the one that's closest to the garage door.
Yeah.
And I for whatever reason, like the path that the video takes to get from place to place within your room, it is subject to interference.
Is that going off and on?
It's flickering more than your lights are.
Oh my God. I'm telling we're in the middle of an absolute emergency here. And in this studio, you can watch what's going on over at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. I've lost. Am I cutting out right now?
No, everything's fine except this one view. It keeps flickering.
It says special weather statement, possible threat to life or property. That's what I'm in right now. Possible threat to life or property. And it says there's a strong thunderstorm with wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. Could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. I'm in the middle of this right now. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring within this storm. Seek safe shelter inside a sturdy building or hardtop vehicle. Lightning could strike beyond 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. When thunder roars, go indoors. Execute a pre-planned activity as instruction. What am I supposed to do? Execute a pre-planned activity as instructed in the description. Take action, it says. I'm supposed to take action. I'm barely hanging on over here.
Do you have a pre-planned activity?
Freak out. That's my pre-planned activity. I'm doing it right now. This could be the last time we hang out with each other.
You need to go get the Espolón.
I do have tequila over here.
Mm-hmm.
I have tequila nearby. That will only calm the nerves a little bit. I've never heard the world so mad outside of the studio. Oh, mama. There we go. All right. A little flickering going on here. I need to get a mic outside at some point, or the ability to switch. I can actually. Don't show this right now.
I'm not.
All right. You know what you're doing. I mean, obviously you're not going to show this unless it makes sense, but hang on. I could probably log into my Nest camera, right? And yeah, I think I can.
Here we go. This is you right now.
Studio. Oh, mama.
Wish I hadn't laughed over that.
I think I might be able to. Oh, we got to do the power hour too.
Yeah, let's
right?
do that.
Okay, let's do that while I'm trying to bring this up. All right, let's do the power hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
"Whoa, Captain Terrorist!"
It's time for the power hour on the News Junkie.
All right, I'm trying to look out the front.
Are we sure that this is safe to show?
Yeah, it's safe. Yeah. Go ahead. It's so bad out there. It's like a river already in just a matter of moments. No, it's not. Just a matter of moments have passed, and it's like a river in the street. I just saw a car go by that was almost getting stuck out there. And like, it's bad. It's bad, folks. It might not be bad where you are, but you're going to go on an adventure with us here to try to see if we can make it through the show.
And then in any moment, a clown is going to walk up. I have a gift for you.
I have a gift for you. I have to tell you, somebody says it's blurred. Yeah, because there's a torrential storm. Well, I can't see on the outdoor camera that you've pulled up, Sean. It's BDMX Con. It's chaos out there. It's catastrophe out there. I'm lucky that I can even show you what's going on over on youtube.com/The News Junkie. But that's what's happening.
Is there sound?
Possibly. Let me see. I don't hear much.
Blew out the microphone.
Maybe. I don't. Yeah. Oh, it might have. Should I try another camera?
Sure. I'll take that off.
Switch. Let me go over here. I'll
try
what
mine's looking like.
It was bad there for a hot moment or two. Can we hear on this one? No, probably not. Oh, okay. All right. It's rough out there right now. All right, that doesn't look too bad. Some of the worst stuff may have moved by. Thank God. But just so you guys know, and this is why, hey, you supporting the show, becoming a premium subscriber over on thenewsjunkie.com. Let's get that plug in, right? Or gifting subscriptions to get your hands on the final 50, count them 50, of the latest limited edition magnet for the show. It's important because all this stuff is expensive, and I do have backups, right? Like, I've got a backup system going on here, but I think I've only got about like 20 minutes or 25 minutes. Maybe we've got another one that Austin brings over during emergencies. Is that you?
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, God. We're in it, baby. We're in. I feel like Lieutenant Dan on the top of the ship, and we're rocking around in the just absolutely crazy.
Have we already made that comparison once this week?
Probably, but
it's a good one to go back to.
Yeah, it absolutely works. So the thing is, in situations like this, if the power kicks out, I've got like 25 or 30 minutes of backup. If I want the real backup, that would give me, I think Austin and I were working on something that would give me like 6 to 8 hours. Full studio, 6 to 8 hours. Then I can straight up broadcast through all the hurricanes, stream through all the hurricanes and that kind of stuff.
They've come a long way in some of the battery backup systems. I know this is very nerdy of me, but this is just one of the things that I do at night. Because I've watched enough things on solar setups that my YouTube algorithm is now feeding me that kind of content. And they have a new battery backup that's like a mesh backup system. And you can get like a couple of them that would do a bunch of your appliances. And
that thing you were talking about is what Austin was telling me to get.
The one with the little touch screen, and it looks like a slim device that if you put it under your TV, most people wouldn't even know it's a battery.
There's one we could build on that Austin said could give us like 6 to 8 hours, full streaming, full audio, full nothing can stop us now kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin says this segment is making me moist. If you only knew. If you only knew. But we're hanging on by a thread over here. I want to share a story with you in the meantime, as we make our way through this weather emergency for us. Maybe not for you, but for us.
This is our pre-planned activity, the Power Hour.
Let's talk about this lady right here. All right. This woman right here. Let's take a look. This woman is in some trouble. She's in trouble because of some things she had on her during this police stop. Well, I'm going to play the footage here. This was posted by HCSO, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office in Florida is what I'm going to guess is happening here. It says deputies discovered a driver with 12 IDs but no valid driver's license. Why would you have 12 fake IDs on you? 12 fake IDs. And she gave out a fake name. Let's go in. Here we go.
Hello. Hi, I'm Deputy Reynolds of the Sheriff's Office. The reason I stopped you for 2 reasons, okay? One, your taillights aren't on, so it's completely dark back there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and the second reason, your tag lights are out, so you have no light over your license plate. Okay, you got your license on you, ma'am?
I don't. Honestly, my boyfriend is supposed to meet me over there, and he's supposed to come get the car for me.
Okay, do you have a license?
I do. I just don't have it on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Do you have, are you the registered owner of the car?
No, this is a car rental. I didn't even rent it. My boyfriend rented it.
Where's your license out of?
New York.
New York. What's your name?
Brianna.
Brianna?
Branna. Valenzuela.
Branna.
That's Branna.
Branna. Yeah. You can't spell your fake name. This is like that one time. I wish I had the clip of this. I watched an episode of Cops, and the cop goes to him, "What's your name?" And because this guy was in trouble, and he goes, "My name's John." And he goes, "Okay, can you spell that for me?" And he goes, Jonh. And he goes, Jonh. And the guy goes, "Yeah, my name is John." And he goes, "That's a strange spelling." He goes, "Yeah, it's like that's just the unique thing about mine is Jonh." He goes, "Oh, what's your last name, John?" And he's like, "Johnson." And then the guy couldn't spell John and came up with a fake name, John Johnson, Jonh. And of course, that turned out not to be his name. So Brianna, I've never found a way to make that Branna, but that's what she says her name is. And then Venezuela or something is her last name?
I live in New York. I'm here in Florida, literally just visiting friends.
She's lying.
Okay, so you don't have a New York ID at all?
No.
Okay. First off, we're trying to figure out what's going on, okay?
For sure.
Oh, they're getting her out.
You can just stand by the back here. All right. So basically, your story's not making.
All right, so she's now outside of the vehicle with the officer, and he's saying she's been trying to be sweet to him, maybe try to woo him over a little bit during this whole thing. And the cop finds a whole bunch of fake IDs, like a dozen fake IDs on her. And I have to wonder to myself, why? Why would there be so many fake IDs? Let's see what we can learn.
Your story's not making a lot of sense to me, right? You say you live in New York, but you don't have any ID in New York, right?
Yeah, I wasn't born there.
I understand that, but you say you live in New York currently.
Is she wearing pajamas? What? What even is this? By the way, it says New York on her pajama bottoms that she's wearing. So I feel like she's just making things up with anything she sees around her. She should
just point to that. See, this is the proof that I live in New York.
Oh, yeah, I'm from New York.
So how do you have no ID from New York?
I've never had a driver's license or anything.
Do you have anything with your name on it in this car?
No.
All these are fake.
All these are fake.
What name is that?
Are you sure?
Just put your hands on me, bro.
Oh, they got her. And then they cuff her, throw her in the back of the car. She had a dozen fake IDs on her. A dozen. It says deputies learned Swanson. That's her real name. Her name is not Brianna Valenzuela. Her name is Bryce Swanson, the 28-year-old with 12 fake driver's licenses, all with her picture, all with different names and different dates of birth. That is suspicious.
Very.
That is very, very suspicious. Deputies learned Swanson is from Canada and overstayed her visa. She was arrested and faces several charges, including fraudulent use of personal information, over $5,000 of 10, but less than 20 victims, I guess they said. But that's what was going on here. I don't know how common this is, how often this happens, but this woman was in the country overstaying her visa from Canada, And to avoid the cops, she had a dozen fake IDs with her face, different names, and different birthdays.
Well,
I didn't even know illegal immigration was going that route.
Why would they be to avoid the cops? It seems like if you were trying to do that to avoid, prosecution, you would try to give the cops one of those IDs. But maybe she knows that they're not going to scan or something like that.
Somebody on Twitch says she's a spy. That's what it looks like. It looks like when a person has 12 fake IDs with their face and different names. What do you even like to get a fake ID?
Having a fake ID as an adult is always like, I want to know why you have it.
Yeah.
Because I've told you before, I know somebody who, I don't know if he still has a fake ID, but he had a fake ID. And the whole scam was so that he could get really good Pearl Jam tickets.
That's clever.
They have such a way of doing
That's not what she's doing.
Their fan club. No, she has no idea about Pearl Jam tickets. That's not the thing.
This is strange. Maybe this is more common. Tell us why and what you would be doing with all of these dozen fake IDs this woman had on her. Now she finds herself in trouble. Give us your thoughts.
Quick, check your text messages.
Oh, hang on.
Check. No. On your laptop. I sent you a link.
All right. Is this a dangerous link?
It's not a dangerous link.
How do I know? No, is this it? Did you find it?
Yeah.
Is this the right spot to be?
Yes, 114.
Okay. This is what I was talking about. You just made my day. I don't care if I'm in the middle of a weather emergency. This is the clip I was talking about where the guy couldn't even fake his name in a convincing way.
Check you real quick.
Lighter. What's your name, partner?
So first thing he does is, what's your name, partner? Hold on. I've got to think of a fake one.
While I think of a name.
Yeah, I got to come up with a fake name. Let me come up with something clever.
Whoa, cool. What's your name, man?
John Johnson.
John Johnson? John Johnson, do you have any ID at all?
No, because I was just doing some weights lifting.
Well, you were? Where at?
Let's put it like this. It wasn't actually weights. It was tile.
You were lifting some tile?
Okay, so he said, my name is John Johnson. I was doing some weights. Nope, never mind. I was lifting tile. And he's all over the place.
Where at?
Rexdale. Down is the low lot right there.
So why are you so far out of breath? I mean, Rex Avenue's a couple hundred yards.
Smoking cigarettes and jogging.
And
John Johnson was smoking cigarettes and driving or jogging. Is that what he said?
Oh, as smokers are known to do, smoke and jog at the same time.
This is the worst backstory I've ever heard. Hers was at least more believable.
Smoking cigarettes and jogging.
And John Johnson's your name? What's your date of birth?
9/23/78.
So how old are you, John?
19.
What's your middle initial?
Anthony.
Give me your source, John.
569 5592.
He's making this up.
Spell your last name.
Johnson.
Spell it.
Yeah, okay. Buddy, you picked the easiest last name. And he goes, spell your last name, Johnson. This dude doesn't know how to spell the word Johnson. Just from Big Johnson t-shirts growing up, I would know how to spell the word Johnson. He's like, oh, I'm John Johnson. How do you spell it?
JONHSON.
Johnson, you sure? John Johnson, would you lie to the police?
No.
Because I've never seen Johnson spelled like that. Spell it again for me.
JONHSON.
So you spell it backwards from the common spelling.
Yeah, confidently not.
Where's your driver's license?
Yeah, it's like, it's unique. It's unique. That's what we like.
Yeah. Smoking cigarettes and jogging. That's.
My name is John Johnson. I'm smoking cigarettes and jogging, and I spell it JONH. Listen, officer, I don't know why you're even bothering with this right now. Obviously, I'm a legit person.
We don't have time to watch this whole thing, but the name of the video is John Johnson, World's Greatest Liar, Gets Smacked Down from Mother. So I'm to assume
does his
that
mom get involved?
Perhaps at the end of this video, they run into his mother, and she's not quite pleased with Mr. John.
I know we do have to take a break. Here's
Johnson.
the mom. The mom has arrived.
Let's see right here.
Get him, Mom.
Why you keep doing that crap?
Okay.
Why you keep doing that crap?
Lift your weights. You pass by me on the bikes. What's your name? Tell him your name. John Johnson. Okay. How old is he? 19. 19. Well, Mr. John Johnson, Michael. You are now under arrest for false information to a police officer. Don't do crying like that, Michael.
Michael?
My nickname. Nickname?
Oh, he said I'm just giving him my nickname. All right, there you go. That's a good time. Let us know what you think. Give us your thoughts, your comments, all that good stuff. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the some dispatches. We haven't played any of those, really. I've been bad at dispatchers, phone calls, and all the rest, so we'll work in a lot of your feedback, and we'll go into a grab bag segment, a bunch of different clips, a bunch of different stuff, getting attention out there. We'll fire that up. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's some off-ramp backup from Florida's Turnpike northbound to OBT. I-4 westbound still stop and go through Lake Mary due to that accident off to the shoulder. You're going to run into some delays on I-4 between World Drive and Sand Lake Road. There's ongoing construction through there. We also got some scattered showers slowing you down. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report...
Welcome back to the John Johnson live stream. I'm your host, John Johnson, host of the John Johnson Show. How funny is that clip? I'm John Johnson. That's how Jelly Roll lost weight? Yeah. YouTubers, as the Power Hour rolls on, keep in mind that it is your mission, I think, many days, to float this stream through good times and bad by hitting that like button. Hit that like button when you get a chance. Stand by. Courtney, are you busy? I was going to try to open up this potato and see if we could get like a battery or something for it. Okay. You don't want to help me now? Maybe I have shit on my hand. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Yikes. Guy asked about a potato. She was in the middle of something. She's freaking out because of the weather. Unbelievable. Woo, still rough out there. Let's see. Oh no. Layoffs hitting the music review world will never survive. Brooklyn Vegan has been hit with mass layoffs. Shut down. The music review publication. How could it be? Alternative Press shut down. Revolver shut down. Goldmine shut down. Nearly all staff at every publication appears to have been laid off as of yesterday. Live Nation now owns these blogs and has shut them down. Also, Veeps is an owner with Good Charlotte's Benji and Joel Madden. Brooklyn, you're telling me Brooklyn Vegan couldn't survive? I can't believe anybody bought these websites. Music review websites in 2026. How could they be worth more than like $7? How could they be... I won't know what to stream if Brooklyn Vegan doesn't tell me what's going on. You're better off convincing cops you had an aneurysm and can only speak German? True. All right, 2 minutes and we're back live. Let's see if we have anything else exclusive for you guys. By the way, secret shows tonight at 8 p.m. DJ Rage, who is, as you might imagine, a DJ. Never used a music review site ever, he said. Yeah, I mean, you use your ears, right? I mean, you're a smart guy. You know a lot about music. You use your ears. Rage, you said you didn't get your confirmation email on those gifted subs? Hopefully that's sent by now. I mean, those have already been claimed, I can see. There's only 5 out there total that haven't been claimed yet. Go gobble those up so you can have a subscription. Premium subscribers and supporters will be watching tonight at 8 p.m. for secret shows, which may or may not involve a shock potato. It all depends. Okay. What else do we have? That crazy story that popped up yesterday. There was a drone with an explosive device found near a Ukrainian plane at this airport in Germany. And then there was another drone that was like tracking one of the planes there. The drone war is crazy, man. You got to remember, the drone war is basically invented during this Russia-Ukraine war. And they have tried to perfect this, and they have been doing their best back and forth. Keep in mind, Russia, an absolutely massive country, led by Putin, an authoritarian dictator. They promised that they were basically going to march in and take Ukraine and just be done with it. But they haven't done that. And it's been years and years and years and years. And all they're getting is inch by inch, bit by bit, some portions of eastern Ukraine. And they've now turned into just like drone bombing the shit out of each other with no end in sight. And I love when I hear people, specifically the socialist types who have a bit of an affinity for Russia, and I'll hear them say, give peace a chance. That's what Hassan Piker said. Give peace a chance. They need to make a deal. And they never talk about what deal Putin could make, Russia could make. That war could end tomorrow if Putin wanted it to end tomorrow. Not Zelensky. That's how that war works. But Putin doesn't want it to end, so they just keep droning the shit out of each other. And maybe coming soon, commercial jets. Hopefully not. Stand by.
Playlists, podcasts, and artist stations all in one app. So if you haven't already, download the free iHeartRadio app. Free radio. Always has been, always will be. Now wherever you go.
iHeartRadio.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
Send him your
long and learn
Weather be
more
damned.
over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're still alive, C-Lane. We're still alive. We're
still alive.
We're still alive over here. I had a bunch of stuff to work in. Somebody said, what's going on with that Max Miller guy? That was the guy that we played some clips of yesterday, and he's running for office. I think he had like a deadline to drop out real soon in the race, but Max Miller, who I believe is a Republican, it has like a really nasty fight going on with his ex-wife and their kid and his ex-wife's family. And he said that his ex-father-in-law wanted to pay his ex-wife.
His ex-father-in-law, who is a current senator.
Yes. Wanted to give $5 million to his daughter so she would just leave him and the family and not give them any more problems. And then, of course, the family said, no, we never offered her $5 million. And his ex-wife is like, this guy's abusive and crazy. And then the ex-wife said that the kid was saying, you know, something to the effect of like, Daddy hit me, or Daddy gonna kill you. And then he said, my kid is not smart enough to speak in sentences like that. Like, couldn't have been my kid. Not because I don't abuse my child, but it couldn't have been my kid because they don't speak well enough to talk like
hey,
that.
Speaking of current elections, look up Fishback's X account.
Oh, hold on. Did he post something?
He's live.
Because that was okay, hold on. All right, he said it wasn't the voter fraud thing. Hang on, let me go back to
J_ Fishback on X.com.
Okay. Okay. Is he still going?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'm gonna go to the beginning of this.
Talk about this.
All right, here we go.
We're approached.
Whoa. All right. You boost.
Good afternoon, everyone. As I alluded last Thursday,
I think we need a little more volume. I'll give it a little more volume. This is allegedly where he said his opponent in the race to become Florida governor, which he's not going to win. His opponent, he said, is guilty of a crime. He got some inside info, and this is a felony, and it's going to ruin the whole race. And he told his opponent, you have 24 hours, or I'm throwing this press conference. Let's see what's going on here.
a government whistleblower approached my campaign with a disturbing pattern of evidence implicating Congressman Donalds.
And what?
I want to say right at the outset, this is the first conference I have ever done that has never had any campaign signature, because this is not a political event.
Is he nervous?
Let me directly say, this is the first and last time I will talk about this, because what I am discussing today is not political. What I am discussing today is about informing the voters of Florida.
Get to it, Fishback.
They deserve to know.
He may never have a microphone
about
again. I don't
an
know.
elected representative.
Why is he talking so slow?
Because he's got this sense of like importance, self-importance that just is unmatched.
So he says, "No way, this is real. This is real." Saying, "This is very important discussion."
With that said, I've directed my campaign from here on out to not run any ads, to not promote what I'm going to discuss
This
today
better be good,
in any
buddy.
way, shape, or form. Because once again, this is not political. This is about transparency. On July 21st, 2026, NBC News reported that Republican Florida Congressman Corey Mills was under criminal investigation by the Department of Justice.
Okay.
Like virtually every federal investigation,
reported in public.
This one began with a single suspect and quickly spread to include others. This government whistleblower who approached my campaign has confirmed that this investigation has now expanded to include U.S. Congressman Byron Donalds, who, along with Corey Mills, is under investigation for federal sex trafficking. Federal prosecutors are investigating two dates in question: May 17th, 2024, and November 19th, 2024. Dates when Congressman Mills and Donalds are said to have traveled to the MGM National Harbor, a luxury hotel resort in Oxon Hill, Maryland, where prosecutors believe that both Mills and Donalds solicited, procured, and paid women for sexual acts. Federal prosecutors are in the final stages of this investigation and will soon charge both men under Title 18 of the U.S. Code, Section 1952,
Are they of age?
a felony that carries a conviction of 5 years in prison.
5 years.
In the coming hours, Byron Donalds will call this investigation a political attack. It's not. The Department of Justice, led by a Trump appointee of the same political party, is not investigating Congressman Donalds for political reasons. They are investigating him because there is credible evidence that he committed a very serious crime. My campaign from the beginning has not been about running against Congressman Donalds. It has been about running for the people of my state. My campaign did not seek out this information. my campaign was approached by a whistleblower who provided details that only someone with direct knowledge of a federal investigation could know.
All right, so he's saying there was already a investigation going on. What did he say? What did he say? Corey Bush? I forgot what
Corey
name
Mills.
he said. Corey Mills. He said there was an investigation going on to Congressman Corey Mills, and now it's also including his opponent in this election for Florida's governor position.
Yeah, but to me, all right, and
Byron Donalds is the guy.
Tell me if I've got this wrong, because what I heard was not the whistleblower says that or has evidence that Byron Donalds was involved in this, but that he was already being investigated for it. Like the investigation is happening and Donald's name is already in the investigation. That doesn't seem like as big of a secret as...
He's saying that it hasn't been announced that he was being investigated. I do see that Byron Donalds has posted some stuff, but he's not talking about this. He's talking about, he's on some other show. He posted an endorsement thing about 2 hours ago. Yeah, he hasn't posted anything else responding to this yet. But basically, I think, am I summing this up correctly to say, like, the suggestion is that a guy's under investigation for getting a hooker at a hotel, and they also think that Byron Donalds possibly is under investigation for also getting a hooker at a hotel?
Yeah. And the comment section's like, so much worse than I thought. Is it?
I mean, he said felony, so I guess it's a felony. I'm trying to see now.
It's the same reason it's a felony for what happened to Diddy. You know, people having sex workers cross state lines.
Yeah,
is trafficking. But I mean, if they're willing to do it and they're not underage, I don't care.
Right?
I don't care.
If he bought an escort for the night, and like even if he's married, or I don't know what the hell's going on. But that to me is not this level of importance. Maybe you think so, but we'll see what's going on. Somebody says nobody's believing this, buddy. Nice try, though. Somebody says good job. Destroy him. Byron Donalds is in major trouble. I don't know.
Is he?
That's what the comments are saying. So we'll keep an eye on this and see. But that was the bombshell that he was at least holding out over everybody. We'll get your reaction to it.
So dramatic. What a
is,
tool that guy is.
I mean, I don't think he's got a shot, but maybe. Who the hell knows? When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, a classic alternative.
Was I out of my head? Was I out of my mind? How could I have ever been so blind?
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, it's going to be another warm and muggy day. Temperatures will be climbing into the upper 80s and low 90s for highs. The high of around 90 in Orlando this afternoon. It's the mugginess, though, that's going to make it feel quite uncomfortable outside. And we'll also see some scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. It looks like a lot of these will remain west of Orlando. Still, though, we could see a couple of downpours and storms in and around the Orlando metro by the time the afternoon commute rolls around. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Folks, thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of our great sponsors like Mills Air, a company that I'm proud to tell you about, a company that wants to help you out if you have the unfortunate position of having an issue with your air conditioner. You can freak out. You can panic. I know it's tempting because you don't know how much this stuff is going to cost. But the good news is not everybody is out there to rip you off. A lot of those companies driving around in vans saying they're going to help you out are going to rip you off. But Mills Air is an honest company, a locally owned and operated company, a family owned and operated company, truly a great, respected company. I think they're fantastic, and I think they should help you out when you have an issue with your AC. They're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and they are one phone call away. Leon Mills and the crew at Mills Air wants to help you out at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. If you have a problem with your air conditioner, Call the reliable, friendly, and honest folks over at millsair.com.
Hey, Orlando, why settle for one dealership when you can shop 3? Greenway Kia's 3 Central Florida locations give you access to 3 times the inventory. Shop over 1,200 new Kias, all priced clearly online at greenwaykias.com. Plus, when you trade with us, over 40 Greenway dealerships bid on your vehicle to help maximize its value. And this week...
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. I have to get our final song queued up for Today I Learned. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you to rate the show. We were all over the place. We were bouncing around. We were fighting through storms. We were taking viral stories on. We were doing Fritz on the street. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a real winner, an absolute humdinger of a show. 1 out of 10 is a loser. That goes in the Hall of Shame. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants it. So what I want you to do is make sure you give us a rating out of 10 right now to wrap up the show today. 10 out of 10 is a banger. 1 out of 10 is a... If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button on YouTube. 8.5 Throbber Thursdays out of 10. 10 out of 10 lightning bolts. 9 out of 10 threats to life and property. True. 10 out of 10 all over the place. Bouncing storms. Thank you, DJ Rage. Let's see. Right here. So 140 is 40, right around there. Okay. Ten out of 10, Kevin Lincoln Fisher memes. 9 out of 10, butter knife cuts. 12 out of 10, fake IDs. 10 out of 10, bouncing boobies. Who doesn't like those? Who doesn't like them? Stand by. I got to go get Today I Learned. Hello? Oh, man, it's kind of dark and eerie in here. Going into the office. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Come on, dude. Come on. Like the end of the world out there. Oh, okay. Hey. One minute and we're back. Why is JCS off the next couple of days? Are they? I didn't know that was true. I don't know that is true, folks. Don't tune away just because of that. They may very well be live. All right, get the rest of those magnets. Thank you so much for your support. We love you. We appreciate you. We're back for a bang-a-rang of a Friday show tomorrow. Put your hands together for yourselves. You're all chatter of the day. I love you. Stay gold. We'll see you tomorrow.
Invoice with 0% financing for 72 months. And you get America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and Hyundai Assurance. It's trade-in days. You could get thousands more for any trade-in, any make, any condition.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai.
just off I-4 on Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. To qualified buyers. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Vehicles under 20 grand. Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
And today, to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Oh, no. Oh, geez. I didn't even realize this.
What happened?
It was just pointed out we haven't played a single dispatch today. We got to at least play one, right? I mean, I can't, I'm so sorry. We'll get more in. We'll get a ton of feedback.
We'll skip the song.
Let me refresh here. Here is I only want to play good ones here. These are some TTS jokes.
What is the furriest side of a bunny? The outside.
All right. Here's another attempt at a dad joke for Rate My Blank this week.
Question. Why are skeletons always so calm? Answer. Because nothing gets under their skin.
Okay. One more.
A fortune teller told me that in 12 years' time, I'd suffer a terrible heartbreak. So, to cheer myself up, I bought myself a puppy.
Okay. I don't really get that one.
Because the puppy is only going to live for that long.
Yeah. I see. Here's the last one.
Hey, news junkies, I got a joke for you. Why do attorneys wear neckties? To keep the foreskin down. Except for Moses DeWitt. He doesn't wear ties.
All right. Okay. None of those are going on the list. I will play more of them tomorrow, though, so it gives you more of an opportunity. But we got to get the hell out of here. So, sorry. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Rate My Blank for this week has been Rate My Dad jokes, and only like 4 of them have made us laugh at all. But Friday could be the day. Today I Learned for Thursday, August 6, 2026, as a severe storm rolls through outside. Everything seems to be okay. C-Lane, drive safe, man.
It is. I might chill for a bit.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there. Today I learned this guy right here.
And the thunder rolls.
Garth Brooks.
That's right, Garth Brooks indeed. Garth Brooks, the largest concert ever held in New York Central Park, was this guy on August 7th, 1997. Official records from the NYFD, that's the fire department, show 1 million plus in attendance. The concert was free and opened with a cover of Paul Simon's A Heart in New York. And I guess they haven't done a big concert in Central Park since then.
They've done some, but that was a big one. Also had a bunch of Billy Joel in that concert.
Yeah? Oh, man, I'd have to see that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show?